It's back, by the way.
You talked a little bit about the incident in March 2013, right?
Which one?
That was the one before you went to the Keith Richards
Yes.
documentary set? And you were present with Mr. Depp at Orange that day?
I was.
Didn't you do cocaine with Mr. Depp that afternoon?
Yes.
Of course,
And
why wouldn't she?
You said Mr. Depp's already intoxicated?
He was by the time I got there.
And he was fighting with your sister?
He wasn't doing much of anything. He was sat at the table. He was telling me about the fight that they had.
So
he was kind of
he'd been
ignoring.
fighting with your sister that day when you arrived?
That was my understanding.
And you
Oh,
said
what?
she had a puffy face?
Yes.
I'm doing cocaine
And
right now,
despite
Mr.
all of
Depp.
that,
What's
you
up?
decided it was a good idea to do cocaine with Mr. Depp at that juncture?
I hadn't yet connected the dots. I hadn't yet understood what that meant or what that would do.
That was a yes?
Wow, you're not talking crazy.
Yes, you took
Yeah,
cocaine
it's
with Mr.
crazy
Depp.
as
I
after all
did.
that?
Yes, I
Is
already
your
said that.
commentary? I'm just kidding. I do. It should be working. My audio.
You testified that you had suspicions that Mr. Depp was allegedly hitting your sister by some point in 2013, right?
Suspicions.
Wait, what?
And notwithstanding that, in June
What?
2013, you were actually
didn't understand
joking
what
with
it meant
Mr.
to do
Depp about
cocaine with
hitting
him.
your sister, right?
Regrettably, over a text message, yes.
That you were encouraging him to hit her,
I was not literally encouraging him to hit her.
but you were joking about it.
Oh.
Regrettably, yes. Again,
Wow.
I did not have an
Interesting.
understanding fully of what that was. I never would have said that now, knowing what I know.
I mean, they kind of already got her with the
But that was
fact
alleged,
that she
that
would
was around
protect
the time that
her
you allegedly
sister.
became aware that he was.
I
that
don't
there were
know.
injuries on your sister that caused you to have suspicions.
I don't know if it was around the same time.
Turning to the staircase incident in March 2015,
Okay.
you testified that Mr. Depp allegedly hit you during that incident, right?
Yes.
But you aren't sure if that contact was even meant for you, right?
I honestly don't. I don't know what he was aiming for. My back was to him.
And you weren't injured during
So
that
your back
incident,
wasn't
right?
to the
No, it wasn't.
staircase like your
And you
sister
didn't seek medical
testified to?
attention?
No,
And you said Debbie Lloyd was there during all of that, correct?
she was.
And Mr. Depp's
Staircase?
security, Travis McGivern, was there too?
Nice.
Yes, he was.
This is very interesting.
And you saw your sister hit Mr.
So
Depp
how come Debbie's
the
not on
stairs
the
that day,
stand?
right?
That's what I'd like to know.
After he struck me, yes.
You said she landed one, right?
I'm still frozen. What the hell?
And then
Oh.
the next day, you found some damage in the adjoining penthouse.
Yeah.
I changed the
I'm back.
You saw some
latency as
pictures of
well.
what you saw that
It
day,
was in
right?
my OBS
Yes.
settings, I think. Well, it says on both, but I
You
think
thought
it
was
would count
important
more
to
in the OBS
document
settings.
that damage,
All right,
right?
let me go to your
Not to
strums.
document. It was Kevin's job to kind of clean up the houses, take care of the houses.
I should have made you a thumbnail.
I took pictures just so he
Oh,
could be
yeah, I
aware of
forgot
what
to
he would
do
need
that.
to bring. I didn't know if he had tools here or whatever.
also
I
gotta
was
look
just
at
preparing
doing
him for
fonts in
what he was
this.
going to have to fix.
But you didn't take any pictures of your sister that day, right?
No, I didn't.
Why would I? Because she wasn't bruised. She didn't have nothing on her.
Now, after March 2015, you continued to have a close relationship with Mr. Depp, right?
Yeah, all right, going back to this.
Yes,
And you still loved him,
of course.
and you were there for him if he
course.
needed you, right?
Of course.
Right. And in fact, just a couple of weeks after that staircase incident, you were still acting as the marriage counselor, weren't you?
At some point, sure.
Wait, she was their marriage counselor?
And
I don't think.
Or just
that
a
fall,
marriage
after
counselor?
the staircase incident, October
I
2015, you claim you had seen.
I'll be
Mr.
honest,
Depp
I didn't
hitting
listen
your
to half
sister.
of her stuff.
And then in October
But,
2015, you were
I
actually
I
still
think
trying
it
to
might be in reference to
reconcile him and
being
your
like
sister
a
when they were
middleman,
fighting, right?
like how Io had testified.
Yes,
He would be like close to both of
was
them and
asked to support. I was
try
just
to-
trying to help
support either one
what
of
I
them.
thought they both wanted. I was just trying to support.
Which, I mean, is
tried
the
my
right
best
thing to
support
do
them the way that
as
I
a
thought
friend.
I could.
Oh, so
You
it's
still
a
love Mr.
nickname,
Depp at
Paul
that point,
Chandy.
right?
I did.
Oh, is it kind of like the camp
And you
counselor?
didn't think that he and your sister were past the point of no return, right?
Gotcha.
What I thought was irrelevant at that point. I really
Exactly, just like the rest of this.
those two were
irrelevant.
Yeah,
in
you're
love
not
and
as
they were
far
working
behind
very
today.
hard.
Hell
They wanted to
yeah.
be together. It seemed like so. I just
Yeah, you're almost instant
helped
now.
as best as I could. I don't know how else
Oh
to
wait,
describe it.
but the
Your
chat.
sister still wanted to be with Mr.
Yeah, you gotta
Depp, right?
refresh it.
She loved
Because that
him.
was yesterday's chat.
Shit.
And you didn't think they were past the point of no return.
Not bad. Walshy's in here. Yeah, what's up, Walshy?
I don't know what you mean by
I
that
didn't see you
exactly.
there. This is
Let's take a
bad.
look at,
First I had him muted,
Plaintiff's
and now I
Exhibit
don't see
1283. It's
his
not yet in
writing.
evidence, we'll just
Like,
show that to the witness.
oh
Damn,
no.
it's toxic.
Gonna hate me.
I've got this.
It looks like a knockoff cutie,
If I might approach, Your Honor.
like
I
a
have this
coked out
in
version of
redacted.
cutie.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
it's a cutie if she
If she took the
stayed
other
doing
path.
yeah, if she stayed
If
doing
she stayed in her Mormon life.
yeah, and party planning.
Yeah. Yeah. Party plan. I don't know if this woman's capable of party planning. Capable of
Damn,
having a party.
God, while she blocked
In
on
her-
every social media.
No,
saying,
I don't. I actually saw a tweet today, and it was like, "Does anybody want to help me meal prep or meal plan or something, or like plan a workout?" And their name was yeah, I'm pretty sure it said Walshy, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm not gonna comment because I don't know if this is the right one." I don't think he really uses Twitter. I remember I like followed him, and he said he didn't really use it.
he is Twitter. That's why.
Yo, he's Elon. Okay. What do we need to catch you up on? That's your alt account? Oh, okay. She be drinking a lot of water, by the way.
Yeah, and that's a nervous tell.
Oh yeah. She's like already through her first bottle.
She needs that drink Amber has.
Yeah, somebody made like a screen cap of it with like her bottle, and it was just like she's signing off for the day with a big swig of tequila. I was just like, I'm not the only one that thinks this.
She left early, right? She didn't even go sit with her lawyer.
Yeah, which I want to know if she gets penalized somehow, because you're not really, as far as I know, you're not supposed to leave the court before the jury's excused.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Hold her in contempt? That's about it.
I mean, they could probably fine her. And the judge literally had instructed her at least twice before she did
go sit
leave
with her
to
lawyer?
sit with her lawyer, yeah. But I think also based off of the argument that apparently happened the day before, I think she was probably like, and what happened in court yesterday when her lawyer literally gave up on her. It was like, I'm really trying here, but I can't send you a buoy, like.
Ms. Enriquez,
Should
if I
like
could just
fuck
direct your
these
attention,
lawyers. I'm
if
out.
You can go to the third page, please.
Do I have control of this or no?
No, you do not. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
we'll put it up.
You
for
guys touchscreen don't even have control. She.
I know, right?
And
Imagine.
we can go back to the first page if you'd like. Or,
What I would
we can
really
take a look at
have
the redacted
liked
version if we need to.
when
But
they've
do
been
you recognize
referencing
as
these
text messages that you
conversations
sent to Mr. Depp
of like the
on
penthouse and stuff,
October
I'd like
2nd,
the floor map
2015?
up so that I can like see where we're at and where we're traveling, like down hallways and into
Yeah, vaguely. I mean,
penthouse
they're
1,
clearly
2,
my
and
text
3, and
messages,
5,
but-
like
Right.
maybe circle where they think people are
And if you
hiding.
can
I don't
go
know.
to the third page, please, Tom.
Where they keep saying this fucking security
And you'll see
guards
the
are,
second blue
like
box from the bottom there.
1 minute it's a
You
vestibule, the
texted
next
Mr.
it's
Depp
a
and
fucking
you said,
storage
"Both of
room.
you so much.
Damn,
and
she
would
got Wall
fucking
Street
stay
blocked
out of
everywhere,
it
bro.
If I thought this
I
shit
don't.
was the point of no return. But that's not where you guys
I don't
are
even
right
have
now.
reason to block
Did I
him.
read
He's
that
never
right?
literally said, as far as I know, anything hurtful to
Oh,
me.
but that's not where you guys
You
are.
saying swimmies? Yeah, that's
So
blocked.
you-
that's
you
No,
don't
blocked
it's
think
the
they
clearly.
don't-
dumpy that he says, and I'm just like,
Ugh.
bro, you gotta stop. It's so
Ugh.
weird. The
dumpy
dump
feels
truck,
good,
the
man.
dumpies. I just think of like baby diapers, dude. And old people with the saggy bottom. You gonna block my visa application? What do you mean? I need you to
wanted Ms. Heard
babysit
stay
my
with Mr. Depp,
grandma. I
even
would
after your
never.
police mom hit her, right?
Yeah, I think my grandma's in the hospital
That's
right now.
Really
what?
oversimplifying
With COVID or
something
what?
that's far from simple.
We don't know yet. Actually,
yeah.
she's probably calling mom to find out
Amber
what the deal is now.
was
I mean,
very
let's
much
text
in
her.
love. So was Johnny. She's telling me that she wants something, whether or not I agreed to it or not, whether or not I was okay
Go
with
hard.
what was happening.
Not gonna lie, true.
It wasn't my place.
It's true.
If my sister said that she still wanted to be with Johnny, and if I could help with that in any way, I was going to support her. I was going to be there for her to support that.
Yeah, you didn't want to contradict your sister,
He
right?
didn't.
Pardon?
You didn't want to contradict your sister.
Damn.
It's so
I don't know if
accusatory.
I characterize it that
I
way.
know, that one was.
Again, I was trying to support my sister the best that I could or knew how or thought she wanted.
you say you
I
wanted
mean,
to
that's
protect
just
her
as
though,
good
right?
to me. She
At
said
that
the best
point,
that I could or know
I
how
don't know
to.
if
Well,
I
lying on
would
the stand's a
categorize
good
it as
way, and
that.
you
I
would
was
know
still
how
trying
to.
to support my sister.
Dang.
You went to Coachella with your sister for her 30th birthday in 2016, right?
Yes.
And
She's
you
looking a little
testified
pissed
that
now.
you were aware, I believe, that she and Mr. Depp had fought the night before? You can
Turn your
microphone on,
fucking
what's
mic
going
on.
Okay, withdrawn. All right. You can answer the question, ma'am.
Yes, I was aware that
What
they
the
had
fuck?
argued the night before.
You didn't see any bruises on Miss Heard at Coachella that year, though, right?
Yeah, she was wearing a lot of makeup.
You didn't see any marks on her?
Not that I can recall.
Didn't notice any
Damn.
swelling, right?
To the best of my recollection, I don't.
Damn.
And your sister didn't have a working phone on her that day, did she?
No, she didn't.
But you did?
Yes, it did.
And you wanted Mr. Depp to know that Miss Heard's phone wasn't working, right?
I believe I reached out to him for her, yeah.
And you were encouraging him to reach out to her through you if he was trying to reach her, right?
I believe so at one point, yes.
You didn't want him to think that he was ignoring her.
I'm sorry?
You didn't want him to think that he was ignoring her, right?
Sure.
And you wanted them to reconcile, didn't you?
Amber really wanted him there, despite the fact that they had had a fight
At,
the night before.
at Coachella,
It was
literally
very
the day after
complicated. It was
this,
very nuanced. You know, they fought, they got
Fight?
back together. They
while
fought,
she was
they
high
loved
on
each other.
shrooms and
They hated each other, loved each
MDMA,
other.
that she says she instantly
I just
regretted.
remember her wanting Johnny
Yeah.
to come to Coachella at some point.
Oh, and
wasn't trying to
Amber didn't say
reconcile
this at
them,
all
I
in
was
her
just trying to
testimony.
Help facilitate.
She didn't
Amber's a
say,
fucking
I really wanted
liar.
Johnny
You
to
did
be
that
there
even
and he
though
never came and I
you were
couldn't get a
concerned
hold of
about
him
marks
because I
that
didn't
you'd
have a
seen on
phone.
her since
Shit.
at least
Oh
2013,
my
during the
god.
course of their relationship,
Amber's
right?
fucking
Again,
lying.
that's really oversimplifying something. We all saw this.
Who's we all?
We
and
all thought that Johnny, we
Yeah,
would see Johnny on
thought.
the other end of this.
Not-
Because again, when he was sober, things were wonderful. When they weren't, when he wasn't sober, they were terrible, sure, but we all thought that he was just going to get better. We all wanted to just see the other
See, like,
side
I
of that.
disagree with this.
So
If
yes,
she
sure, if
thought
you look at
that
it
him
simply,
not sober
but it's not
was
simple at all.
terrible and not
I
wonderful
don't
as
know how
if
else to
when
answer
he
it.
was
And
sober,
this
she
is
wouldn't be
after you
fucking doing
allegedly saw
cocaine
him
with
hit her,
him.
True.
Yes.
So, an
And
enabler,
you knew
maybe?
that they just had
Hello?
another fight, right?
Yes.
You know who Jennifer Howell is, right, Ms. Enriquez?
I do.
She's the founder of the Art of Elysium nonprofit.
She is.
She's been talking
And
some
you worked
shit
there
on
for a time,
Twitter,
didn't you?
I did.
I believe.
Around May 2015, you
Oh,
actually
you gonna
moved
bring up
in
the
with Ms.
tweets?
Howell, right?
I'm
May
looking for him. I forgot to do
2015?
this.
Yes.
And
I didn't know
you
what
moved
her
out of the
first
penthouses
name
because at that
was. I
point you
just,
and your sister were
I
fighting,
believe
right?
it's the same person, anyways.
It was, yeah, it was around the time that, he had
Is it
accused me of
J.K.
leaking
Howell, I
stories.
think?
And that was the impetus of me leaving.
And you testified earlier, I think, that he had asked you to sign an NDA, right?
At some point,
And that was around the same time that he was concerned you were leaking stories about their wedding to the media.
Oh! Oh!
You and Ms. Howell were close.
we were.
That's why I think
Close enough that you
Amber
lived with her for around a year.
I don't
Amber
recall
didn't
if it was that
lie.
long.
So I want to know,
You
did she
confided
leak
in-
it to
you
TMZ
confided
then?
in Ms. Howell, right?
About some things, yes. She was my friend.
You called her your chosen sister.
Sheesh. That's you, man. If you do this to me, oh
Ms.
my god, oh my
Enriquez,
god, oh my god.
you claim to have seen signs of injuries on your sister
My
during the
chosen
course of
brother.
her relationship with Mr. Depp, right?
I do what I gotta do.
Yes. But you never witnessed any incidents
If we gotta do coke, we
that
gotta do coke, you know
resulted
what I'm
in
saying?
visible injuries to your sister, right?
Other than that,
Other
there's
than the
more?
staircase incident? I witnessed that incident. What are you asking me exactly?
You never witnessed any incidents that resulted in signs of injury that you were concerned about over the course of their relationship?
Including that.
Other than the staircase incident, I did witness that.
No, at no other time when you...
No, that was the only time that I saw him.
Physically.
And you didn't see what caused any of the injuries you claim to have seen during the course of their relationship, right? Other than the staircase incident.
Yeah, staircase incident is the only one that I saw.
But you have seen your sister land a blow on Mr. Depp, right?
That was the time, yes. After
Why'd
he
you
had
get hit?
me.
Wait, after
further
he
questions,
hit
Your
her?
Read her
Wait, no!
All right, is this witness subject to recall?
No, she may be...
Is subject to recall?
Wait, why did she get up so excitedly?
No.
What just happened?
Okay, all right, ma'am, you are free to go, or you can stay in the courtroom. It's
No,
up to you, okay?
I want
Thank
to
you.
know if she's the one that leaked the TMZ footage. They could have got Amber in that
Next witness, Your
too,
Honor, is
because
another deposition
one of them's gonna fuck
designation.
up.
Okay.
It's going to be.
Oh no, it's a
How
video.
long is it?
Yeah,
This
how long indeed?
particular one is about 45 minutes.
Ugh,
Okay.
it's time for a
All right,
break.
why don't we go ahead and, it's early.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and take our
Yeah,
afternoon recess?
yeah.
so,
How about we do that?
That way we get everything ready for you. So we'll just take our 15-minute break now, and then we'll come back
What's
and
it
have that
called is so
deposition,
like
okay?
confused.
So we'll see you in 15
That
minutes.
happened so
Don't do
fast.
any
I don't
outside
even know
research,
what
and don't
happened.
talk to anybody.
The cross.
Yeah, I didn't hear the last question. I don't know. I was just like,
I mean,
know.
look, we can rewind it.
I literally
Actually,
missed it.
I want to see what happens here because I feel like I missed out the last time. They told us.
Where'd you rewind it to?
I haven't rewound it. It's still live right now. I'm gonna rewind
So
for
that's
the
45 minutes, and what do you have another,
Yes, then we have another one.
another witness.
another
We have
deposition?
We have a few more.
Okay, so they're both
A
depositions.
few more.
Yeah, all the rest of them today are depositions.
Okay, I just want to make sure we don't need any other items from that. Okay, that's fine. We'll come back at 3:05 then?
Why do you have depositions, dude? I want live witnesses. I want someone to yell at.
Samesies. Okay, let me rewind.
Around May
Minus how many
2015, you actually
minutes?
moved in with Ms. Howell,
how many
right?
May
Minutes.
2015, yes.
two? Let's pull it back to 304.
Leaking stories about their wedding to the media.
Leaking stories
so.
to the media. Wait, no, I gotta go back further because. Let's go 359,
And you knew that they had just had another fight, right?
and then we can double
Yes.
time it.
359. Okay.
You know who Jennifer Howell is, right, Ms. Enriquez?
You know
I
who
do.
Jennifer Howell
She's the founder
is?
of the Art of Elysium nonprofit. She is. And you worked there for a time, didn't you?
I did.
Around May 2015, you actually moved in with Ms. Howell, right?
May 2015, yes.
And
2015, she
you moved
was
out of the penthouses because at that point you and your sister were fighting, right?
It was around the time that, he'd accused me of leaking stories, and that was the impetus of me leaving.
And you
Oh, I paused because, okay, so apparently she was accused of leaking stories in 2015, and that's why she moved out and moved in with Miss Howell. Or Mrs.
you
Howell.
testified
I'm not
earlier,
sure.
I think, that he had asked you to sign an NDA, right?
At some point,
And that was around the same time that he
asked
was
for the
concerned you were
NDA,
leaking stories
and
about their wedding to the
she-
media.
I believe so.
You
Doesn't
and Ms. Howell
sign
were
it.
close.
We were.
Wow, dude,
Close enough
she's
that you were with
crazy.
her for around a year.
Right,
I
because she
don't
knows
recall if it was that long.
she would be.
And you confided in Ms. Howell, right?
About
You
some
know.
things, yes. She was my friend.
Fuck.
You called her your chosen sister.
She knows she's breaking the law.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Enriquez, you claim to have seen
Like, if
signs
you
of
have nothing
injury
to
from your
hide,
sister
just
during
sign the
course of
NDA.
relationship with Mr. Depp,
Yeah.
right? Yes. But you never witnessed any incidents that resulted in visible
At
injuries
least
to
that's
your
my
sister,
thought
right?
process. I could be wrong.
Other than the staircase incident,
Did you unpause it?
I witnessed that
Oh,
incident.
I did, yeah. You want me to pause? Wait, what's going on?
Wait. I thought you paused it. I paused it. Oh shit, it's in
Oh,
shambles.
oh shit. I'm paused it. I mean, I'm watching it at 1.5 speed.
Oh, you're going fast then.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through. I'm just trying to figure out what just happened, cause like, I don't know why they didn't ask if she released any information to TMZ. Maybe they're not allowed to, but they already brought that up in Amber's testimony.
I don't think they're allowed to because there's no evidence of it, so it'd be hearsay.
True. Yeah, and I guess Whitney has. I mean, it is on the topic though of why he would be asking her for an NDA and why she didn't. I mean, obviously that's not. No, wait. So yeah, I don't know. I disagree. I feel like they should still be able to ask that because the whole thing is defamation. It's not about the abuse. So like, why? This is like a direct link to she's protecting her sister and slipping out information that's close to them. Then yeah, like why did she leave the house and not sign the NDA? And why was she being accused of slipping information about their wedding and stuff to social or public?
What are you asking me exactly?
You never witnessed any incidents
Truth
that resulted
social,
in
man.
signs of
Damn.
injury that you were concerned about over
Crazy.
the course of their relationship.
Trump
Other
got
than
him.
the staircase incident, I did witness that.
No, at no other time.
So I kind of
No,
want to
that
go
was the only
back
time that I
and
saw
see
him.
what she said about the staircase
And you didn't see what caused
incident
any of the injuries you
because
claim to have seen during the course of their relationship, right? Other than the staircase incident.
Yeah, staircase incident is the only one that I saw.
Yo, well,
But
she
you have
gotta
seen
ask
Sister
like an
Leanna blow on
Instagram
Mr.
model.
Depp,
That was the
Pixar
time.
didn't
Yes,
happen,
after he
dude.
hit
I
me.
didn't see that.
I mean
for
we
now,
only
you
saw him
can-
in a suit.
All right. Is this witness subject to recall?
No, she may be.
Is subject to recall?
Oh, she jumped up being like, I have no redirect.
All right, ma'am, you are free to go. You can
And
stay in the
no,
courtroom.
she's
Okay?
not. Okay, I'm live. I'm updated. 12 minutes on the clock. What do we need to go over? Looking for some text messages or tweets from Miss Howell.
Why don't I have that fucking message on my chat? The hell is happening here?
What message?
The one where he says I got an ass like a Instagram
Oh.
model. That's what I have. It says, "Dumpy, go hard. Not gonna lie."
They holding out on you.
True, dude.
Maybe it's a whisper. He just whispered me specifically.
Wait,
A nag's
true.
shown the world as whispers.
I'm doing toggle timestamps because timestamps are important.
Yeah, and don't they like turn them off or something? Cause I had them on.
I'm not
Off.
quite sure.
Okay, let me go.
Not shy, yeah.
Let me see what do I got for us today. I was gonna say the Josh guy was a pretty good witness for them. He's
That was
very
the second.
yeah. Yeah,
'Cause those people
yesterday it was
talk-
Io, then they did Raquel or Rocky, and then they started with Rocky today, and then they did Josh, who was her ex. They were dating and or engaged at the time of
Shout
the
out to
incident
my
with the
ex.
cops.
Oh, okay, that's the video where the cops come in. Are they here? They're like, no, they just left.
Yeah, and they mentioned something about like a generic white guy, and I think that's who they're referring to.
Damn, dude, he got called out the generic white guy number one.
Mhm.
Crazy. Got demoted in life. What's Mr. Asmontombat?
Subpoenas. I think he's going through the
Seems to me like
text messages
she's
that are
obviously
either in
upset
evidence. I know they were trying to
that
figure out
any of the evidence, she's trying to persuade this person to not cooperate
if it
with
was
the investigation. Now, in my opinion, I feel
if
like
it was
usually
Amber's
whenever people
writing
don't
on the
wanna
counter,
cooperate
but
with an
I'm pretty sure in
investigation, it
Depp's
seems like they're probably lying.
when
Talk
Depp
about
took
how
the stand in the
Amber,
beginning,
never
he
said
said that
Johnny
he wrote
Depp
on the
had a
counter
circus
like
incident. She got
the
security,
whatever it was
she
in
said
gold
security got in between
that said
them.
like
I don't even know which one is
everything's
which. I'd have to
a
go back and
lie
look
or
at
why
it
be
again.
so
So it seems very
I forget what it was.
obvious that
Like why
that
everything's
Amber
like
Heard's sister,
everything's a
Whitney, is
fraud or
going to
why be a
take
fraud or something like that.
she's going to take Amber Heard's side
True.
when push comes to shove because that's her sister. I mean, the truth is this makes sense. Sure, right? I mean, this is just
Dang,
what
I don't
people
know.
are
No
going to
pokey today. I
do.
wonder what happened.
It is what it is.
It's
And,
probably
unfortunately,
like
doing her
ain't
for
worth
now.
it's not
this is
worth
going to happen.
seeing.
However,
Yeah.
trying
I
to
mean-
30,000
dissuade
views
somebody
is
from
worth it.
cooperating and providing evidence,
Yeah, but I mean
this
I mean
indicates
I'd
to
be
me
if
that
I was a
she
streamer I'd probably
has the
skip today
willingness
unless this was like
to,
my primary source of
not what's the word
there's
for
really
this?
not
Like, not
anything
degrade,
too
but she has
interesting.
the willingness to
True.
And again, I
She
think
has
it's because
willingness
of like
to
what I said
subvert
to
the
you
law
before, where it was
and to
like they
insert
had
her
Amber
own
yesterday,
agenda
and they
instead.
basically
Right?
showed that
she's
everything
willing
she's
to
already said has been
obfuscate,
like a lie. So
the whole
then
thing.
all of the witnesses so
And
far,
so let's
aside
see,
from the
let's read
staircase
this letter
incident
here.
and
This is actually,
the
this is
one
her
guy and girl
declaration of
being
law.
there
Reject this.
when the cops
Hasn't
were
been learned
there,
from in years.
no
This
one's
is Jennifer
actually
testified about
seen
Johnny risking his life
the
for Amber
actual
Heard
things that have
about Amber abusing
been
her
accused.
sister. And so let's go ahead and look
And
at this
also,
right here.
like,
And this,
Amber
by the
has
way,
literally
guys,
no
was
evidence,
from
photos,
2 years
anything,
ago,
videos
okay?
of the
So,
injuries.
this is her
So, like,
talking about the
at
subpoena.
this point, I'm like,
So
you
here's what
you
the
have
subpoena
literally
was.
no
Tell the
evidence.
truth
It's
and I did
all
so. Verdict came
what
down on
you
Monday,
decided
and
to
the
tell
actual truth was
people.
destroyed by an unjust
And,
system.
like, it
They
all
said this
sounds like
knowledge
they
is
actually
have
set
faith in
up
truth, dignity, and
this
loving
guy
my
that they just
integrity
had
will
on the
ultimately
stand,
win. My heart has
Josh.
been broken during the
So,
process.
honestly,
I
I
have
wouldn't be
lost faith
surprised
in
if,
so
like,
many
they
people
broke
who
up and
claim to
everybody
be moral
dissolved
and
because of
good,
this
yet
one
lack
lie
integrity
that they
to
were
tell the
supposed to
truth when
be
it might be an
told to keep
inconvenience
for,
to
like,
them.
years.
I
Like, there's
wonder
no
who she's
way.
talking about. The same people who have contacted old employees of the
Or
church
even
to
if, like,
speak to
even if
attorneys,
he,
and to dodge subpoenas
like, what
and
I could
question
see
my
happening
integrity
is,
for actually telling the truth whenever I
based
was
on
called to do
Josh's
so and much
testimony,
more.
he shows up
Heartbreaking
and
to
sees the
lose faith
writing
in people.
on the
A life
countertop or
this is
whatever,
designed to not
and
lose
the
faith
and
in
like the kitchen or the
humanity,
place is
justice,
like a
and the
mess,
greater
like
good.
topsy turvy
I
sort of
feel like
thing.
my
And then
experience
Raquel
is a
says,
microcosm of what's actually playing
like,
out in
go
this
back to our
election. It seems to
apartment.
me
I'm gonna
this
go
has
check
been
on her, make
named.
sure everything's
I
okay.
guess she's talking about
Which
2020
literally
election
is just
night.
a
Okay.
bait
Well,
situation.
basically,
Like, if this was a
this is
movie,
her
this would
saying
be the setup from their side, being
this
like,
is clearly
okay,
a court
bring him
case,
in with you so
and
he
the
can see,
verdict
holy shit, this
was
place
in
is a
Amber
mess.
Heard's
Then you come to me, we'll do my makeup, take photos when he comes back over, then it looks like he's seen the bruises, click, 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 everything aligns.
Right,
So
right.
I'm
He's
just
the fall
like, I'm
guy.
not buying any of this. Yeah, and he's the fall guy. So, like, possibly what might have happened is he was the fall guy. He genuinely probably wasn't in on it, right? So he's just a, like, innocent guy that was going along with it and, like, real reactions and stuff. But I think, honestly, the reason why Raquel was probably crying on the deposition was because she's just, like, tired of containing the lie.
Oh, he's got Asmund has Jennifer stuff up. Jennifer Howell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here.
And so you guys can just go ahead and just watch along. Let's see here. Whitney worked for her for, I found it 22 years ago.
I forget what it was she said.
Testified in court about the violent incident in 2015 on the stairs with
Oh,
Johnny
maybe
Depp's
she's
penthouse.
the
She
one that.
testified that Johnny supposedly hit Amber
Yes.
and Whitney on the stairs
Right.
at Johnny's downtown penthouse. Then Whitney said she had to go live with her employer, where she said she slept on the floor. I am that employer. This is not what I was told to be
Right,
true.
yeah.
First,
Okay,
Whitney
this makes
came to
sense.
live in the guest room of what's this here? Wait, where the
So she actually has a different recollection of what Whitney told her happened during the stairs, and it was actually that Amber had hit her or was going to hit her.
Boulevard, not on the floor.
Amber's the drug addict.
So she
Correct.
probably fucking put this out there because Whitney had to go out and act like she was living like a refugee.
I'm a refugee
She's like,
OG.
"Man, I let you sleep on a bed. Like, girl, I didn't make you sleep on a fucking floor. What do you mean? Second, when Whitney arrived, she was a mess. Whitney told me that she tried to stop her sister Amber from hitting
Yeah.
and attacking Johnny on the stairs. Whitney
Yeah.
said whenever she tried to intervene to stop Amber from going after Johnny, Amber nearly pushed Whitney down the stairs.
There you go, yeah.
She told me that she was worried Amber was going to kill Johnny. Really?
This is also why,
That
like,
is
literally
very
everything
interesting.
they
Here's a
have
picture of him. I
testified
was gonna try to
to
pull up the picture of
is
him,
what
but I
they're
can't
claiming
find it.
Johnny has done to
Anyway,
her.
so yes, we've
Right.
seen things like
And,
this
like,
before.
these aren't even things that
And,
Johnny's
let's
saying
see.
he
She
thought
told me
would
that she heard
happen
that
or would
police
happen
were
to
mad at
him
her
or
for
anything. So it's like,
bothering them from
literally
Amber,
the
and she
only
said
thing
it
they
was
haven't said
extremely
is my
violent.
finger
She
got
lived with
chopped
me
off.
because
I'm
she
just
did not
like,
feel like she could go
bro,
back to Eastern Columbia
when does
building.
that story come
However,
out?
reminded this
When does
morning
she
that I told
actually
them what
show
they
that
did
her
was made
finger
because she was
has been,
terrified
like,
of her
severed?
sister. So it actually had nothing to do
I want to see the finger right now.
with fucking Johnny at all. While Whitney is living with me, she told me Johnny kept checking in to see how she was doing, and that he called her sis and she called him brother. So this is
Which is the same with Io. Io also called him like a brother or something.
That's true. At least
Io was the guy with the nose piercing, right?
Yeah.
Whitney
The
said
first
that
guy,
she
definitely
was
gay.
asking him to know why he was staying in the
Yeah, I think
relationship
he,
or why he was putting up with Amber's abuse.
might
But
even
Whitney
be
shared with me the damage
trans.
endured by both
I
her and Amber
think
as
I
children
saw
and the
a
injuries
photo
she had suffered,
of
both
him
physiologically
in
and
one of the
physically. Whitney was
penthouses,
devastated by the
like,
time.
half
And so this is
naked, taking a
all
photo of
what they
himself,
said.
but at the same
This
time,
is,
it could have been
and
Amber,
by the way, for people that don't know what this
because
is,
they were both skinny, but it looked like there was breasts, and I was confused, because, like, I don't, the face shape kind of looked like Io. They both got point
Amber don't have any
faces.
breastises.
I mean, neither does he, but,
Right, this is like literally what
Then
she
how
said
could you
in the
see
court
them? That's the
case.
question.
well, they were
I don't know why
blocked
Mom was
out.
there.
They
Yeah, I
were
have no
blocked
idea.
out. A little bit of, hold on.
Okay, so it showed me and everyone else that
Do
Amber
I-
freaked out, attacked Whitney, and threw a wine glass full of red wine at her in the elevator. What the fuck? While Amber and Johnny were in Australia, Whitney was in the office sitting in the bottom
Red,
of the chairs,
red
and
wine.
oh my god, she's done it now.
Literally
She's
like one of
cut
the theme
off
songs.
His fucking finger.
Wait,
Remember that, boys? Remember
dang.
that? Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Jennifer
Okay, so that's
Howell
one.
signed
Where's
this
number
too.
two?
Wow.
Okay, this one must be number 2, right? That's 7. Okay, this is 8. Let's see if I can go through this. I knew Paige heard Amber and Whitney's mother.
Wait, who's
Paige
Paige
told me
Heard?
A while ago, I was visiting Whitney that Elon Musk had gifted a Tesla or
I
multiple
don't know.
Teslas. Not sure if it's one or more, but Amber found out that they were.
I was
bugged.
just gonna say Amber
Okay,
accused Elon of
Paige told me
bugging
that
the
Amber said Elon
Teslas.
was controlling, abusive, and that she was in a legal battle with him over the rights to embryos that they had created.
Here we go. Okay. This is the first he's hearing of this. Wow. This is what I'm finding is so interesting about the court case is the news media outlets are literally like behind by like a day or two for sure. on what's
weird.
going on in the court case. I have yet.
Yeah, that's weird.
Actually, they did finally come out
holy
about
shit.
the PR guy in, I
So
think, the
it's
Daily
like, no,
Mail.
you think about it like from
But
Elon's
this
perspective,
embryo
right?
thing, someone
It's
else
like
was
this
watching the
hot girl
trial.
who's down to have threesomes with
I
her
forget
other
who it
hot
was.
friend. Of course he's gonna give her a
But
threesome.
someone mentioned like Elon was the baby daddy or something, and everybody's like, ha ha ha, like whatever. And it's like, no, seriously, this is the legit theory right now.
You know,
Right.
Like
He's the
this
man, I
is
think.
like 3 weeks old now. Like how has nobody thought about this? And why has nobody connected any dots anyways? Because like Elon was the one dating her after, and then magically she has a baby. Like how, what? That's the last person as far as I know she was with.
That's how was it irrelevant? She is.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know who Paige is though. I guess it's one of their sisters. I don't know.
And loved Johnny so much that she could not control it. Which, I mean, again, that kind of makes sense whenever she was being jealous and angry.
Was she saying now that the sister is saying that Johnny cheated on her?
See what I'm saying? This is a movie script. Yeah.
Sorry, say that again.
And so yeah.
Was it just recently that the sister was woken up when Amber was saying Johnny cheated on him? Cheated on her? Or did I mishear that?
I don't recall the exact story, but I know there was I believe her name is Rochelle, that they're saying Johnny has cheated on and that she like didn't mean anything or something. It came up, I believe, in Io's as well. But
the way she said it, it's
like not been significant enough to really, I don't know, in my mind, stick. I don't know if it came up in his.
I mean, he's Johnny Depp. He's gonna cheat on you. Sorry.
Like, well, okay. So the other thing too about was it? Yeah, Josh testified that he saw more than 20, possibly more than, or like definitely more than 30, at least a minimum of 30, let's say, men entering Johnny's thing in like with Depp, with Heard after in like the evening times, like at night. So whether it's the same person entering, the specific question was basically, did you see any males entering at night into the penthouses? And he said yes, and had said over 20 times, and like at least a minimum of 30, but he couldn't quite say how many times. So
different men, right?
I don't think it specified different men, but it's just like how many times did you see someone, and it was like more than 20 times, and he said yeah, more than 20 times, more than 30 times. He said I think he said probably. But he couldn't recall if it was like 50 or, you know. So, I mean, and specifically when Johnny was out of town. So like, that's kind of questionable behavior, to be honest. Like a couple times, or you recognize the same person, like sure, then that's a friend, all right. But like specifically coming over at night more than a bajillion times, and like how often is Johnny out of town, you know? And why are you inviting them into his penthouse suites? Oh, they're back.
Sounds like Johnny's just a very nice guy,
right?
Who's a real estate mogul.
I mean, it sounds like he bought some places to enjoy, you know, enjoy some sun time, some. So
she donated to those other charities, basically. I'll unmute it in just a second.
It's wild. It just doesn't look good. Like even so, these witnesses that they've had have literally not been consistent.
Whatever the other one was.
Not drastically inconsistent, but there's just like they're not. I don't know. To see Johnny's team literally almost word for word, but not in a suspicious way.
Okay, here we go.
Recall the events when they weren't even like. I don't know how to describe it. But these guys are kind of like, at 1 minute it's called, like I was saying, like 1 minute it's called a closet, or like a broom closet, or a storage closet. And the other it's called a vestibule, and it's just like, I'm trying to understand where these security guards were.
Our next witness, Your Honor, is Elizabeth
Mars.
Oh.
M-A-R-S?
Who's this?
M-A-R-Z.
M-A-R-Z.
Looks like Kim Kardashian.
It looks like,
Please
can't even
state your
put my
full
finger
name
on
for the
it.
record. Elizabeth Ray Mars.
Between the time that you lived in New York, so let's say
Elizabeth
2007,
Ray
2008 through
Mars.
2015, 16, how many times would you estimate that you saw Ms. Heard?
I don't remember.
More
Too
than
many
4
times.
times?
No dog today. Sad.
I know. Just in her other
No.
bed.
She's tired of us.
Just don't
In
want it.
2015 and 16, do you recall how close you and Ms. Pennington were as friends?
She
Yeah,
already looks
we were
tired of
pretty
it.
close.
It's like, do I have to be here?
Pretty close.
In your previous
Pretty
testimony,
close.
I'll represent to you, Ms. Mars, that you testified that at least in July of 2016, you would communicate with Ms. Pennington weekly.
I don't remember. Maybe at that time, perhaps we were communicating. Like I said, there were moments where we were communicating weekly or daily.
Would agree with me that you would remember something as significant as one of your girlfriends telling you, somebody you've known since Texas when you were young girls, you would remember if Ms. Heard told you that her husband or fiance or boyfriend
Was beating the shit out of her.
beating her.
Oh.
You would remember that, correct? And your testimony is
Wait,
that you only lived at the Eastern Columbia
why would that
building
be?
in February of 2016 for 2 weeks.
It was around 2 weeks. I don't know the specific amount of time.
Wait, she
but it was
also
definitely
stayed there, and
a
this
little
is a
over 2 weeks, less
witness,
than a month.
and Amber's talking about how
and
everybody's
yes.
paid by Johnny being a
And when you
witness.
stayed at the Eastern Columbia building, did you stay
What
in
the
one of
fuck?
the penthouses?
Yes.
Okay. And did you understand that that penthouse was owned by Mr. Depp at the time?
I assumed it was, yes.
And for what purpose did you go
Oh,
to
for a
the
second I
Eastern
was like,
Columbia
yo, costume
building?
change? What day is this? And then I was like, well, never mind, she
To
just took her
assist
jacket off.
Raquel and getting ready for a bead show that she was going to be doing the following day.
Did you ever see Mr. Depp
Oh,
be
interesting.
violent towards anyone?
I experienced him that night as
Yes.
like
I don't
I was
trust her.
personally, I was scared of him. So that's all I can say from the moment
Uh,
that
did that
the
woman
one
just say,
interaction I had with him that night. It was
Yeah, she did. I heard it.
his behavior was frightening to me.
No, she wouldn't wear makeup?
I mean, I don't think of her as someone who wears a lot of makeup.
Okay. So
Yeah, you've known her a long
naturally.
time.
Right.
She's never been somebody that wears a lot of makeup, correct?
Exactly. Unless she's going to something that she needs to put makeup on for.
Right, like today.
But other than that, she's usually barefaced and beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's your
Ah,
recollection, your best
interesting.
recollection, that Miss Pennington was with you in Penthouse 5 and never left with Miss Heard before Mr. Depp arrived. Is that correct?
Correct.
So you hear some type of commotion. You don't know where it's coming from, correct?
It sounds like, yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's coming from, we hear commotion and then it feels like it's getting closer and closer and closer.
So she's not
Did it sound
actually where the commotion is. AKA
voices? or
Amber
did it
herself
sound
could have been doing this.
like destruction?
It sounded like voices and destruction.
That the door was
So
abruptly
Amber could have
opened.
been throwing shit around.
Correct.
Abruptly open.
Very true.
Okay, so
Could have
you
been a
hear the
burglary.
commotion,
We don't know.
It feels
Yeah.
like it's getting closer.
Could have been
and
anyone with a
closer.
master
What
key
happened
to
next?
these penthouses, apparently.
Then, soon after the door slammed open and Johnny came like bursting through the door.
Who opened the door?
Johnny.
Was Johnny alone?
There was the two men behind him.
Okay.
Oh.
So Johnny opens the door.
So now his
He's got
security's
his
with him.
two, what we'll assume are his bodyguards,
Interesting.
with him. What happens?
Why are we
next?
assuming that?
Yeah, why
So
are we
It all
assuming
happened
that?
very fast. The door kind of burst open.
Could have been his drug dealer.
He
We don't
came
know
in
that.
very-
Exactly, it could have been
from my
Marilyn Manson.
perspective, Really under the influence of something, drugs or alcohol, because he was very,
Very-
sloppily.
It literally
like,
could have been me.
It literally could have been.
wasted.
We
He was
don't
holding,
know.
It could have been the
a very large
doorman.
bottle of wine, looked
Maybe
like
he
some
was
sort
the
of
one that
like
opened the
Magnum
door.
Bottle of wine, which was kind of spilling all over the place. And
Another
as he
Magnum
opened the
bottle.
Yeah,
door,
what is up with this
he
Magnum
just
bottle of
what
wine?
I
Like, is this
remember
something
what
I
he
don't
mumbled
know?
was, "Get your bitch out of here." And I just remember
feel like she's
it all
lying about
happened
that,
very fast.
but that's
like
okay.
the door slamming, him saying, "Get your bitch out of here," the wine, that whole, his whole
Get your
being.
bitch
Why is she
outta
like
here.
smiling through her
frightened me.
testimony?
It
It's
almost
weird.
felt like he was coming towards me from my perspective. Whether he was coming towards me or not, it scared me. And I just ran out past him.
You said
Question
Mr.
mark?
Depp
Past
appeared
him?
to be
Did I do that?
Either
Maybe
drunk
I didn't,
or
maybe I
high.
did.
Is that correct?
He seemed to be intoxicated.
Okay.
But didn't you just say it could have been drunk or high?
No, I mean, yeah, I guess.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
definitely seemed like he was under the influence of something.
And on May 21st, 2016, how was Mr. Depp's demeanor different?
He was, it was much more sloppy and all over the place and frightening and
erratic, maybe?
Yeah, combative. You know, felt very angry. He felt angry. And
he felt angry, or you felt he was angry?
And when you say combative, what was combative specifically about his demeanor?
Just the way he burst through the room, just very forcefully, and rushed in very quickly to the point that it made me want to get past him and run out very quickly. Like it wasn't an invite. It was very
hostile.
Yeah, it was intense.
Okay. She answered your question.
Mr. Depp comes through the door to Penthouse 5, and you hear him say something to the effect of, "Get your bitch out of here," correct? Mm-hmm. And then you ran out immediately thereafter?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see Mr. Depp
so she got her ass out of there.
Wine in Penthouse 5?
This is weird, because didn't she just say she did see him spill wine?
How much wine did you see him spill?
I don't remember.
A lot? The entire bottle?
Not the entire bottle. What I remember was it was flailing, and there was definitely wine that was coming out.
Would you say that being sloppy is different than being combative?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say sloppy and combative are two different things.
And it's your testimony that Mr. Depp was on May 21st, 2016, both combative and sloppy, correct?
Yeah, I would describe it that there was a little bit of both. Yes, but combative and sloppy.
Was he more sloppy than he was combative?
It felt more combative than sloppy.
And just to clarify, the only thing that was combative was the words he was speaking?
Fake research for a baby? Or research for a fake baby?
Room, rushed in, his energy, the way it felt like he was coming after me, like he almost felt like, from where I was standing, it felt like he was charging towards me, and I was scared, and it was, it felt...
Yeah, unscared, how about that?
It felt
less scared.
Combative. It felt, I'm trying to look for another word that can describe what I felt, but...
Confrontational?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Abrasive?
Yeah, it was scary. My heart was beating really fast, very quickly, and I...
Dumb bitch juice? Come on now, I gotta give them all to you.
Okay, so after you exchanged some text
I
messages,
mean, she recognized that she was the bitch in the room, though, and got the fuck out, so...
Yeah, true. She knew the vibes, though, so...
Went to Ms. Pennington and Mr. Drew's penthouse. Is that correct? Correct. Mm-hmm. So who was in Penthouse 1 when you got out of the hiding spot and came to Penthouse 1?
I mean,
look at my girl Camille on the screen, though, looking fine as
yeah,
fuck.
cozy.
People that were at some point
Come lay on these shoulders, you know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the first time you saw Miss Heard after this incident?
I remember seeing her after that incident, and it was in that apartment.
In Penthouse 1?
Correct.
So,
wait.
The first time you saw Miss Heard after this incident...
Yeah, I need a visualization of when they're talking about these events.
Penthouse 1.
And then I need a list of which penthouse had which events.
Because... I just remember she looked really upset and disheveled. And
I believe an earlier testimony from
swollen face.
Josh?
Red. She had a
or
red,
Raquel?
Okay.
In fact, I think that both of them actually contradicted which penthouse it was, and now this girl's saying it's penthouse number 1?
Can't trust none of them. Can't trust a lot of them.
Not that I can remember.
Okay. What side of her face was swollen?
All of them.
I think it was her right side of her face.
Do you have an independent recollection that it was the right side of her face that was swollen?
How's independent recollection?
I'm taking myself back there and trying to remember, like,
I think they're trying to decipher if it's like, do you remember being there, seeing it, or are you recalling it being like a photo you saw? Okay. I could be wrong.
So let's talk about her hair seemed disheveled. Is that what you said? Her hair was disheveled.
Mm-hmm.
Was she crying?
Yeah, there was definitely tears.
Was she animated?
Yeah, she was visibly really upset.
Okay. So visibly very upset means what? She was crying?
Red-eyed.
Okay. And what else?
Tears, sadness, felt like confusion, felt like those were the main things.
Would you describe? What did Mr. Drew say, if anything?
I don't remember him saying what he said. I think
That's
everybody
Josh
was
who
just
testified earlier.
shaken up.
So soon after you went into Penthouse 1, you remember some police officers.
Penthouse 1 is whose?
I remember there was police officers in the hallway.
I don't
Johnny's?
know.
Was Mr.
Johnny
Icing
owns them
her
all
face?
technically, so I'm
Yeah,
pretty
when he
sure
lives
his
in, I should
main
say.
one is number
After the
5,
incident, but before the
and I
police arrived?
think Josh and Raquel were in 3.
I think so.
Wow, dude.
Who gave her the ice?
I don't remember.
So number 1 here is I don't even know. I don't know. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, get your dossiers up.
Yeah, one sec.
So you were in Penthouse 1 when the police came.
Hey, the
How do you know
penthouse
that
is here?
they came? What did you hear? What did you see?
Because
Where did you come from? Where did you
they
go?
said the
Where
police
did
are
you
here.
come from?
So I
Who said
remember.
that?
I don't remember. Again, this is a very long time ago, so specific details are going to be really hard for me to remember. I just knowing that police were there in the hallway, 2 of them.
And in February, when you lived at the penthouse for a few weeks,
Oh, okay. Here, I'll drop it in
you
the
didn't
Discord.
hear
It's
or
the
see any abuse by Mr. Depp towards Miss Heard,
labeled.
correct?
Correct.
And did you go to Amber and Johnny's penthouse thereafter, or where did
Oh
you
shit,
go?
we got the downloads.
Oh,
So I
god
just
damn, yeah,
remember at
sorry.
some point ending up. Yes, at some point.
I'm trying
we
to hack
were
computers,
in-
just say it.
I'm not.
Afterwards, in Johnny and Amber's. At some point, we went over there.
And did you go over there?
But
and
it doesn't say
after
who's
the police
whose.
came?
It was after the
Sheesh.
first 2 police officers.
But I do
came.
believe Penthouse
Do you
5 was like his
remember
private
glass
order.
on the floor?
At this point in time, I don't remember
Rich.
what I saw. I don't remember if it was cleaned up by the time I got there or if there was glass on the
I
floor
think
when
Penthouse
walked
3
in.
is where
recall
they
seeing wine
were in the
spilled?
cop video, if you
I
remember that.
recall seeing
That's what the
wine
floor
spilled
plan
in the
looks like.
hallway. Like a lot of wine spilled in the hallway.
When do you recall seeing the wine spilled in the hallway?
At some point in the night, maybe after, before. I recall, I don't remember specifically, but I remember seeing wine spilled in the hallway. I remember that being one of the things that I saw that was part of the destruction of whatever happened.
Okay, so the police come, and you stayed in Penthouse 1.
Correct.
Okay, it was after the police officers left that you went to Penthouse 3, correct, where Amber and Johnny lived?
Correct.
Recall seeing wine spilled in the hallway?
I remember seeing wine spilled in the hallway, yeah.
Okay. And you saw the wine after the police officers came, correct?
I think so.
Didn't Miss Pennington take any photographs of the scene?
I remember Raquel taking photographs of Amber's face.
Okay. And now going to your description of Miss Heard's face.
Raquel's
you
the
said it was
ex-best
right
friend,
side of
right?
her face.
Yes, who was
You said it
engaged
was,
or dating
what, swollen?
Josh Drew at
And
the
red?
time.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Correct.
The hell, this is kind of creepy.
Yeah,
dude.
it was
What?
swollen and red.
What?
Was any part of her face more swollen than
Dude.
others?
Dining
It was around her
Blanco,
eye.
Denver. Everyone's dressed in white, but they
Had
have
bruising developed
like creepy
already?
masks.
Oh, that is weird.
No, it was red
My
and
eyes
swollen.
wide shut. Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go though.
So
Of
you did
course
not
you
see any
are.
bruising on Miss Heard's face the evening of May 21st, 2016, correct?
I saw a red, swollen, puffy face.
Okay. And just on the right side, correct?
Correct.
But it wasn't it your testimony, Ms.
Uh-oh.
Mars, that you were
Uh-oh.
inside Penthouse
1?
1 when the first police officers came?
Oh my, this
Correct.
bitch is fuck.
Correct.
Yes.
And how much time do you estimate they spent in the penthouses?
I don't remember. the second group of officers, there was 2 sets of officers that came. The second
Yeah,
set of officers that I actually
I don't think it's penthouse number 1 she was in.
in the apartment in PH3, I think it was.
Did you hear about either Miss Heard, Mr. Drew, or Miss Pennington cleaning anything that Mr. Depp allegedly destroyed?
I don't remember, but
allegedly destroyed.
I do remember that. I'm pretty sure that Josh was helping to clean up.
Yeah, Josh did
Before I
testify
got
that
into
he
I remember
did
that
help clean
knowing
up.
that the place
But
was cleaned up before I entered in there.
it's
Before you
okay,
entered
so this
into
makes
where?
sense.
Into the main
Penthouse
apartment.
3.
So you recall
Wait,
Josh, Drew cleaning up
but she
before
wasn't there.
you entered penthouse.
Wait, yeah,
3.
what?
What was he cleaning up exactly?
I just remember by the time that I had gotten into that apartment that
So she
someone had
doesn't know that
cleaned
it
up
was him.
the
Why would she
glass
say it
in
was
the
him
wine
then?
that was on the floor.
Recall who told you that penthouse 3 had been cleaned up?
Yeah, who told you that shit?
No one specifically told me. It was, what I was expressing is that it was cleaned up before I got there for the most part. I just remember that for the most part. From
So you
what
mean
I
it
don't
looked
remember.
To
normal?
clarify, Ms. Mars, when you came into penthouse 3,
More or less, like, who told you
after
it
the police
wasn't
officers,
clean?
the first set
Who
of
told you it
police
had been
officers
destroyed
came and left,
before you got there?
you did not see
Interesting. Anything.
silver
You didn't see anything.
candlesticks, candelabra sticks, broken on the floor,
Candelabra?
baskets of
The
fruit
hell?
that had been on the kitchen island, fruit everywhere, baskets on the ground, containers holding the spoons and forks, kitchen utensils spilled, a lamp, a little statue thing, broken in penthouse 5. I'm sorry, penthouse 3.
Now that I'm reading this, I'm sort of remembering that there was like some stuff that had like something that had been broken, like a little like the statue thing kind of sounds familiar to me now that I'm reading this, but again, I don't remember when I walked in if there was.
Obviously,
I don't
nothing
remember
looked
this
out of
being
place,
on
is what
on
you're
the floor.
saying.
Okay, I don't remember.
Nothing
seeing.
looked like it had been
So you don't
destroyed.
remember seeing it?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing
Don't remember.
it. I don't remember. But again, as I'm reading this statue, when I see the statue, I kind of there's something that's
Bring
like,
up a
oh,
picture of the
maybe- yeah,
statue. I gotta
yeah,
see,
maybe
was
there
it broken or
some-
was it not? Did they throw that one as a loop? Like,
something that was some things that were broken, but I don't specifically remember what they were.
You did not witness
I
firsthand
didn't
what?
firsthand anything. I didn't witness.
yeah, so you were told
firsthand
everything.
Johnny abusing Amber.
But do you recall testifying to that effect?
Uh-oh.
That Johnny charged at you and then you were scared?
He charged towards me, and I was scared. I ran past him.
You didn't run past him because he told everyone in that penthouse to get out of his penthouse?
I ran past him because he ran into the unit, and it scared the shit out of me because he was wasted and screaming.
Oh, now he's
So,
wasted.
That's why I ran out.
Before he was just
If there's a
intoxicated,
grown-ass
but now
man
he's.
coming at you and saying, "Get your bitch out of here," and swinging a magnum-sized bottle of wine, I'm sure. I don't know what anyone do. I can't say what anyone do, but I ran out.
And will you just remind us what side of Miss
Interesting.
Heard's face you recall the marks being on May 21st, 2016?
The right side of her face.
Do you feel indebted to Miss Heard in any way?
No.
Have you ever done Miss Heard's makeup?
No.
You testified earlier today that
Wait.
Miss Heard
Oh, was
often,
this supposed
in
to be
the
the-
times you saw her, would not be wearing makeup. Is that correct?
Correct.
Is it possible in some
No.
of those
Supposed to be
times that
what?
she was
I
wearing
thought it was
the
the
type of
makeup
makeup
artist's
we
friend, but I
maybe
think that's
sometimes
supposed to be
use
Rocky,
to
Raquel.
not appear as though we're
Yeah.
wearing makeup?
Yeah.
Which
So
they
you
didn't
wouldn't
even
necessarily be able to
touch
tell
on, I
whether
feel
or not
like,
she
in the
was wearing
testimony.
basic concealer
Or the
foundation.
deposition.
Correct.
Talk to me about the loud noises. What did you hear?
Yeah, just screaming, yelling, doors slamming, commotion.
Could you tell whether the screaming and the yelling was a male voice or a female voice?
Is this based on her being in Penthouse 1? So, like, after she's fled the... wherever they were? Penthouse 5 or
And could
3
you
or
tell
whatever?
where the
3, I
screaming
guess?
and the yelling was coming from?
Oh, here we go.
It felt like it was started farther down the hallway, and then it was coming, like, closer. So, essentially, I mean, I don't know, but it could have been the hallway.
Wait.
And so after you start hearing the screaming and the yelling and the door slamming and the commotion, you testify that Mr. Drew got up and went to the door? Mm-hmm, yeah. What did Mr. Drew do? He was kind of pacing by the door and looking through the peephole. And what happened next? And then the door like burst open and Johnny came charging in and screamed, again holding the magnum-sized bottle of wine, you know, flailing it around, looked intoxicated, kind of stumbling, and screamed, "Get your bitch out of here," as he ran in my direction. And I was scared. It was very frightening and you know, just scary and unexpected. And so I just darted out past him and ran up towards the pool gym area and hid there.
Pool gym area, you say?
Prior to the night
Not marked
of
on
May
this
21,
floor plan, okay.
2016, had a man
why
ever
is she scared
charged
of
at you holding a magnum bottle of wine?
But also, why
profanity?
did she run towards the pool gym
Next,
area
what was your reaction
and how did she end up
to
in
this event when it
Penthouse
happened
1?
on May 21, 2016? Fear.
Ooh.
Besides the screaming and the door slamming and the wine waving, do you recall anything else about Mr. Depp's actions that evening? During that moment, I guess I should say. Just erratic. I would describe it as erratic behavior.
Good one, good one. I think that's the one I used earlier, so now we're on the same page.
Was anyone else with Mr. Depp when he charged into Penthouse 5? Behind him were two men. What about Miss Heard?
Yeah, there was.
No. What about Miss Pennington? No. So you testified that after Mr. Depp burst into the apartment and started charging towards you, that you darted out and hid in, I believe it's a communal exercise area, is that correct?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
I darted out and went up the stairs and hid somewhere over by there. Why did you hide?
Over by
Sorry,
there.
say again, why did you hide? Because I was scared. What were you scared of? I just didn't know what he would do. I didn't know what he would do.
Or maybe what
And
she
the
would
he
do.
there is who? Johnny. What were you thinking when you were hiding in the communal
I'd be like,
exercise
Johnny
area?
who?
And by Johnny you mean who?
That I just remember being scared and not wanting to leave that area until like I was clear that I wasn't going to be attacked. And at some point, did you leave the area? Yes.
And where did you end up?
What prompted you to leave the area? A text with Raquel, just telling her to come to her and Josh's apartment.
Wait.
And did you do as Ms. Pennington said and go to her and Josh's apartment? Yes.
Which is
good
Sitting
bitch
here
and
today,
listen,
do you
huh?
know what you were thinking as you were sort of coming out of your hiding spot and walking towards the penthouses again? I think the whole thing was just bizarre, like really frightening and bizarre to me. I don't specifically remember what I was thinking other than like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened, you know? And is he gone? Maybe I was thinking that. I don't remember specifically. And when you say, is he gone, who's the he you're referring to there? Johnny. When you got to Miss Pennington's and Mr. Drew's penthouse, who'd you see? Who was there? I don't remember who was specifically there when I first walked in, but throughout the time being in there in that moment, definitely Amber, Raquel, and Josh.
Josh?
And maybe like just by peeping into the hallway, one of the police officers.
Hey, who the hell's coughing?
Cough it up. I don't know.
When you saw Miss Heard
after you came back down from your hiding spot and you're in Mr. Drew's and Miss Pennington's apartment, how did she look?
Disheveled.
She looked frazzled and just completely
That's a good one, too.
disheveled. Her hair
Oh.
was all
Nailed
over the
it.
place. She had a swollen
She looked frantic.
face.
She looked paranoid.
Looked like she had been crying, and yeah,
Do you think the swollen face was a result of her having been crying?
no.
What do you think it was a result of?
It looked like she'd been like hit in some way. Like it was not from crying. She had markings on her face.
Were the marks that you saw on Miss Heard's face after you came down from your hiding spot present when you had been hanging out with her earlier in the day?
No.
So what you're saying is she could have had one of the other people slap her in the face, or she could have done something, walked into a wall even, I don't know.
Yes.
I'd like to mark what will be Mars Exhibit 13. Ms. Mars, as the court reporter hands you Exhibit 13, I'll represent to you that these were some photos taken on the night of May 21st, 2016. So if you turn to the second photo in the set, do you recognize the person in this photograph?
Yes.
Who is it?
Amber.
And do you see any marks on her face in this photograph?
Yes.
And do these marks look like the marks that you saw in person on her face on the evening of March 21, 2016?
Yes.
And just to clarify, these marks were not on her face when you saw Ms. Heard earlier that same afternoon and were helping Ms.
Okay, okay.
Correct.
See, this is why Pokey's not streaming.
Photos in this set. Why don't we turn back to the first
why?
one?
Resident
Some
Sleeper Man, what are we getting at
broken
here?
frames on a bed. Do you know
Semantics,
what
dude.
this picture is of?
Pictures
yeah,
stacked
this
on
is
pictures.
Amber and-
How's she
and
gonna
Johnny's
describe these? Placed
bed.
on a bed? Wait, how do you know that's their bed?
There's photographs on it.
So I take it
So it
that
looks
you've
like a
seen
bed.
Amber and Johnny's bedroom before.
Hey!
Do you recall whether you went into
If it looks like
Mr.
a bed,
Depp's and Ms.
apparently it's a
Heard's
bed.
bedroom that night?
No.
No, you don't recall, or no, you didn't?
No, I don't recall.
I also don't understand what this photo is supposed to represent. Like,
Just after that,
if he was in a crazy rampage, he would have tossed those on a bed and then they would have broke.
With me?
Yes.
Do you recognize what this is an image of?
Yes.
What is it an image of?
It's the hallway between all the penthouse apartments.
Okay.
So you've been on this hallway many times.
Yes.
Do you see the sort of red staining on the right-hand corner of the page?
Yes.
You're not an expert
Do you
though, so you
recall
can't say
seeing
what it
that
is.
red staining the night of May 21, 2016?
Yes.
And what was it?
It was wine.
So you saw that staining on
How
the
do you
night
know
of
it
May
was
21,
wine?
2016.
Yes.
Do you recall whether it was there when you arrived in the afternoon?
I don't remember seeing it, no.
So when was the first time you remember seeing it?
After
I
you came
think
back down from
when
hiding.
I came out of my hiding
Yeah.
spot and came
Yep.
downstairs.
Sounds like a setup to me, just
back
saying.
into Raquel and Josh's apartment.
But you didn't see the wine get spilled.
Not this, no.
You saw other wine get spilled?
I saw, yeah, as he was, and when he came in the apartment, when he was flailing the wine.
And the he there
Definitely
is
wine spills
Johnny.
there.
Then the last photo in this set
Why isn't it
appears
blood, though,
to
you know?
be of some
True.
picture frames hanging on a
I
wall.
think if
Do
it
you
was
see
blood,
that?
it'd be a little more
Yes, I think it's
brown.
in Amber
Yeah.
and Johnny's apartment, I think. But again,
But also, how did you clean that up so
I don't
quick
remember
that
if
it
it's in
wasn't
her
caught on
studio. I
footage
don't
on the
Do you
cop
recall
cam?
seeing this photo in one of the penthouses before?
Confused.
yes.
And when you saw it, was it broken?
Are you sure it didn't happen
And
after
what, if
the
anything,
cops
do you
came?
remember about Miss Pennington's state?
Also, distraught, upset.
You'd been friends with Miss Pennington for many years at that point, correct?
Correct.
Had you ever seen her similarly distraught?
Not similarly, but seemed sad.
She's always distraught. She is the
have you
one
ever seen
distraught
her
She's,
shooting
individual.
at
she's
you
literally
that
been
she had
distraught
that
this whole frickin' trial.
No.
So like, so normally
So you
she's,
also
which is the
testified
other
you saw
thing
Mr.
too, is
Drew
like, so she
in
claims to be this
his and Miss
brave
Pennington's
woman
penthouse?
who can show no bruises
what
in
if
the
anything
public
do you remember
eye
about
of
Mr.
like
Drew's
flash
state?
photography and shit like that, and
I
that
just
she
remember him
survived,
being
you know,
just a grounding
but yet
energy.
she's up here like
trying
dramatically
to
boo-hooing
be supportive to Amber and
after
Raquel,
years
and
of
just
therapy,
really
years of going
trying
through
to be,
this
like,
and
the man
processing
in the
this,
situation that was gonna, like,
and
really
having already said she's basically,
be grounded
you know,
amongst, like, women that
desensitized
were
to
sort
it
of, like,
even when it was
frightened
happening,
and
hence why she
sort of
never left, because it was kind of the
a little
norm.
more frantic. He was very
So
grounded
why
and very,
is
like,
she putting on the
clear, and
theatrics then, you know?
I remember, like, feeling safe with
Right.
him. Like, he was,
I don't know.
it was like protection.
As
They
a
do
jury,
well
that's what I'm
there.
trying to ask, you know?
That quote, there are some things
And
that
be
I
going,
really
it's just
remember,
not
and some
consistent,
things
and
that are
that's
a
at the
little
end of the
shaky.
day where I go, your story ain't
Which
consistent,
bucket do the
and I
marks
can't
that you
trust
saw
nothing
in
you've
Miss
been
Heard's
saying.
face on the evening of May 21, 2016 fall into? The things that were
They all sound coached
a
though.
little
That's the crazy
shady, or
part.
the
They do,
things
yeah.
that you really remember?
That I really remember.
Oh, the end?
All right. Your next witness?
Witness, Your Honor, is Melanie Iglesias.
Oh.
And that is also by video, and I will say that that begins with Ms. Vasquez questioning first, and then,
Okay.
then I come back.
Okay.
All right. And can you spell it last name just for the court
It's
order?
Inglessis.
Thank you.
Double S, okay. I think this is a makeup artist as well. I could be wrong though. Let me Google.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Wait, I've never seen her before.
My name is Melanie Iglesias.
And Ms. Iglesias, whoops, it's me first.
I'm a makeup artist.
You
And
dodo.
you, in fact, are a professional.
Fucking
Oh, she is a
dumb
makeup
bird,
artist.
bitch.
Correct.
When did you first meet Amber Heard?
Uh-oh.
April 2015.
And what was the occasion?
Uh-oh.
Tribeca Film Festival in New York.
And
Tribeca.
were you
Why does she sound
providing makeup
French?
services for her on that occasion?
Correct.
Okay. And did you become friends with Amber Heard after that?
Uh-oh.
I did.
And are you still friends? Did you
Ms.
remain
Iglesias, I'm
friends?
going to show you what has been marked as
It sounds like she had some
exhibit
friends, and now
number
she ain't got no
7.
friends.
Do you recognize what's depicted in this photograph?
Yeah?
Yes. I recall seeing this on the kitchen of the penthouse. When you enter, they have a bar kitchenette to the left, and that was there. Yes.
But when you came to the penthouse
Back
after
to pump it up.
after Amber had texted you, whether it was that night or the next day, you saw this in the kitchen. Is that correct? Painted?
Lack of foundation.
And so you do recall being there that evening?
I do recall being there. You know, my only concern with all of this is that was it the day before or during another incident. But
Right. So she's
it says if my
testifying
text said I was
again
there
to
the night
nothing.
before, then I
Just
was
the
there
fact
night
that she
before.
saw it writing on a bar.
Ms. Iglesias, I'm going to
Aftermath.
ask you to look at what has been marked as deposition exhibit number 9.
Okay.
Oh, here's that.
Why?
Do you recognize
Why?
what is depicted in
Why
this
does she
photo?
have anything to do with this?
Because she was in the room, she could have
Well,
testified
the
that
bed,
it existed.
It's like, I mean, it's a very tight picture of the bed, but it's a bed.
It's a bed.
And
like
do
this
you
woman.
recall seeing this the night of December 15 with the broken part of
You
the
would
bed?
definitely be treated as
Upstairs,
hostile if
yes.
you were ever
Yeah.
Okay.
had to testify.
Oh yeah.
Well, the bedroom was upstairs.
And the downstairs had the kitchen with the writing. Do you remember where
Do
the
you remember?
other
How long has this
property
case
that
been
you
happening?
saw Was that downstairs or
I think it
upstairs?
started
The
in
property that was
April?
damaged. Was that upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs.
April?
All right, and just so I'm
No,
clear,
I'm talking about
do you
like this.
recall
This
damage to the
deposition's
bed?
from
Is that correct?
2021.
Oh.
An answer.
On December 16th,
Yeah, because I think he
2015,
filed-
Did you return to Amber Heard's penthouse?
For this in 2020?
Yes.
And why did you come to Amber Heard's penthouse on December 16th?
I might be quiet for a bit. I gotta join a
Yeah.
meeting.
Do you think? It's a pretty quiet day anyways.
It was the James Corden show. She had an appearance, so I came back to work.
And when you arrived at
Oh.
the penthouse on December 16, please describe for me what you observed about Amber Heard's face and any injuries.
When I came to the penthouse on December 16 to do Amber's makeup,
Okay.
she had injuries. She had two light, like, I don't know how, I don't know, I mean, I'm not a medical expert, I don't know how I would describe them, but
Red
it could have
marks.
looked like somebody had headbutted her lightly, so she had a discoloration here,
Only
under
a
both
headbutt?
eyes and on the bridge of the nose. And she had
Or it could have just been a good night.
what I would call a split lip or something on the lip, like a gash or a split lip.
So something she could have also done herself.
Ms. Iglesias, I'm going to ask you to look at what has been marked as exhibit number 11. Do you recognize this photo as being Amber Heard's head?
Yes.
Okay. And could you please describe for me what this photo is showing?
It's showing a chunk of missing hair.
And what, if anything, did you observe on December 16 about Amber Heard missing a chunk of hair?
I remember this because she showed it to us, and I looked at it.
Okay. And can you describe what is depicted right along her scalp there?
I don't know.
Do you recall that there was some bruising along the scalp and some pus, for lack of a better word?
I don't recall.
Ms. Iglesias, I'm going to ask you to take a look at what has been marked as exhibit number 14. Do you recognize the person in this photo?
Yes.
And who is that?
This is Amber Heard.
Okay. And were these, you just described what you saw on the 16th with respect to Amber Heard's injuries. Does this accurately depict what you saw on Amber Heard on December 16, 2015?
Yes.
Ms. Iglesias, I'm going to ask you to take a look at what has been marked as exhibit 16. Again, do you recognize the person in this photo?
Yes.
And who is that?
Amber Heard.
Okay. And does this picture reflect the injuries that you saw on Amber Heard on December 16, 2015?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to ask you to take a look at one more of those, and that is exhibit 17. And I'm going to ask again, Ms. Iglesias, do you recognize the person in this picture? And maybe to try to move it along, is it Amber Heard?
Yes.
Okay. And does this reflect what you saw as well on December 16, 2015?
I mean, that's three pictures with very different light, but yes.
Now, do you also recall there being an injury to Amber Heard's lip?
Correct.
And Ms. Iglesias, I'm going to ask you to take a look at exhibit number 19, and do you recognize the person in this photograph as Amber Heard?
Yes.
And does this picture accurately reflect what you saw on Amber Heard on December 16, 2015?
Yes.
Ms. Iglesias, could you please describe what you did by way of makeup to prepare Amber Heard for the James Corden show on December 16, 2015?
Yes. We covered, I just did makeup, but just a little heavier where it needed. So we covered, the discoloration, the bruises with a little slightly heavier concealer, one that has a little more of a peach undertone, which I would normally don't use on Amber, but peach do cancel blue. So I did that under the eyes, and although Amber always, has a red lip, is one of her signature look, I remember clearly talking that we had no other option that night but then to use a red blood, like a really red lipstick to, make sure we could cover up the injuries on the lip.
And were you able to cover all of the injuries with the makeup that you applied and as you just described?
Yes.
Ms. Iglesias, if you could look at what has been marked as exhibit number 22, do you recognize Amber Heard in that picture?
I gotta know.
Yes.
Meth lip. Is meth lip like a thing?
And is this the picture of her? Is this a picture of her that evening, December 16,
Did you say meth lip?
I did, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know if it's a thing. Never mind. I know meth mouth is a thing.
Amber Heard.
I guess it would be like if you have like sores.
The show,
that's what I was thinking. I thought there was.
That she had the
I thought
ability to,
when you do meth, you tend to get sores.
do her job and
it looks like
perform
it's
how
just
she was
tooth
supposed to
decay, and
perform
that's
on the
not
show.
a friendly thing to be looking at.
And
Yeah, it sounds gross.
prior
It's nasty.
to Amber going on the show, and while you were working with her on her makeup, how would you describe Amber's mood and demeanor?
Angry, sad, a little erratic, I think through waves of emotions, you know?
Do you recall someone named Ms. McMillan having any role in helping to prepare Amber Heard for that James Corden show that night, December 16th?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
What do you recall?
Samantha was a stylist. Samantha was there the day of the James Corden show, as she was always there to get her ready before an appearance or show.
Interesting.
And did Samantha work on Amber before or after you were applying the makeup?
Okay, it's after,
I don't know
guess.
if she worked
Oh.
on Amber, but when I entered the Penthouse 5, Samantha was there with Amber. So Samantha was there before I entered the Penthouse.
And do you recall whether Samantha was hugging Amber when you came in?
I recall opening the penthouse. So there's two penthouses. There's the penthouse where she gets ready. So Amber at the penthouse where Samantha gets her ready, where all Amber's clothes is. If I recall properly, that's the penthouse that I enter first, just to say hi before I would go set up in the other penthouse. And my recollection is to when I enter, Amber was crying, looked pretty upset on Samantha's shoulder, or they were like, you know, I don't know if hugging is the right way, but they would definitely had a moment,
an embrace,
where they were together, and Amber looked really upset.
Ms. Iglesias, I'm going to ask just a couple more questions about the makeup.
This woman seems like a reliable witness as well.
On Amber on December 16, 2015 for the James Corden show. I think you said that you had applied some concealer and that you had some peach undertones.
Peach undertones, yes, that you've never used before on her.
Some blue. Did I hear that correctly?
Did Amber take notes?
I was asking about, I wrote down that you said that you had applied on Amber concealer.
Yes, with peach undertone. We get it.
To cancel blue.
So this woman does know the type of concealer she would be wearing, what number of foundation.
Type of concealer did you apply to Amber? And if you use different color tones, can you please describe why you used the color tones you did?
Can we get the numbers?
I used a different kind of concealer that I would normally use on Amber, which I used a concealer that had peach undertone. Peach undertone concealer are more effective to cover any darkness of blue undertone than a normal concealer.
No, you don't want to hang out? Okay.
Do you know what type of makeup Amber Heard typically wore?
Objection, Vegan.
Can you please describe?
Yes, she's pretty natural. She has a concealer from a company called, she used to have a concealer from a company called Clé de Peau. Her makeup would be pretty simple, concealer and a little Benefit tint that she used on her lips and she used on her cheeks. Very natural.
It had a natural
So no
look,
foundation, you're saying?
Correct.
Yeah, tinted moisturizer, tintedness doesn't cover bruises.
What you described, correct?
I'm gonna be honest with that.
In her daily life or that night?
In her daily life.
Yes, she has a concealer that she uses all the time, and she has a couple of products that she uses all the time.
But no
daily,
color correctors, huh?
Well, I mean daily. Yes, as far as I know.
And do you feel confident in what you described that you saw that day of Amber Heard's injuries? And I'm talking about December 16, 2015.
1,000%, without a doubt. Because I just don't remember, you know, it's 5 years ago, I don't remember the exact date.
And could you describe Amber Heard's demeanor in that in those days before and after the filing for divorce and for the domestic violence restraining order?
I love how
area
Johnny's
different
attorney is
emotion,
just chewing
from
candies.
I mean, definitely from
Hi, puppy.
sadness to not wanting to divorce to anger to being really upset to being really sad. So it was just a roller coaster of emotion.
Did I hear rage?
That I think we were all there those couple of days to help navigate and go through it.
I take it from your response today, you still feel very emotional about this. It's very difficult for you, isn't it?
It's not difficult for me, no, but it just reminded me at the time how I felt, yes.
When did you first tell Ms. Heard that you were no longer interested in having her as a client and being friends with her?
What are you doing?
That phone call, about a month ago.
How was it said?
Well, I just told Amber that, I wish her well and I just have no interest in continuing the relationship.
So she no longer is
work-wise or friendship-wise.
Wow. Why is that?
Is there a specific reason other than the birth of your child and the postpartum issues that you described, both as client and Ms. Iglesias? What was your impression of Mr. Depp when you first met him?
Lovely.
You thought he was lovely?
Yeah.
Do you still think that today?
Was she crying?
She was, yeah.
Let me ask the backup question.
Nice.
Did you
she was when
Mr.
Heard's
Depp?
team was
How
still
many times did you
asking
interact
questions.
with Mr. Depp?
Her background changed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's another day.
Oh, yes. The entirety of your...
Or
The hair's a little longer, a little more
many were
disheveled.
Approximately.
5, maybe less than 10. Maybe, yeah.
And would you describe all your interactions with Mr. Depp as, quote, lovely?
Yes.
Wow.
Did you ever see Mr. Depp act in a violent manner?
No.
Here's what I'm hearing.
Did you ever see Mr. Depp yell at
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing that
Did you ever
Amber
see
got
him
set
kiss
up
Ms. Heard?
with these bruises before the
Did you ever
James
see
court
Mr.
him.
Depp
She got
throw
all
an
upset
object at Ms.
acting in her room. The
Did you ever
Samantha
see
chick was
Mr. Depp slap
consoling
Ms.
her.
Heard?
No.
Punch
Maybe
her?
she's in on it too. I don't know. And then this poor lovely lady here walks in on
Did you
them,
ever see Mr. Depp
holding,
kiss Ms.
embracing,
Heard?
whatever.
No.
And now it's her job to do the makeup for her, and she's going, oh my god, you look terrible, what happened? Amber
Fair to
tells her
say,
some
Ms. Iglesias,
story.
that you
She
never
believes
saw
that this
Mr.
happens
Depp
because she
be
don't know better.
physically abusive
And we
towards
all
Ms.
gonna believe
Right.
somebody telling us that looks maybe a little bruised, being like, okay, this sounds suspicious as fuck.
And you never saw Mr. Depp.
You're not gonna
causing
deny it?
injuries to Ms.
And now
Heard,
she's
correct?
wrapped up in this whole, like,
I ever saw
just
him
like Josh.
causing
Her and Josh, I
any
think the
injuries.
same.
No.
Because I think they're reliable
So
witnesses,
any
but
injuries that you claim
I think
to
that's
have
why she was
seen
crying,
on Ms.
because
Heard, you don't know one
she's
way
gotten
or
wrapped up
another
in that
how they
story
were
of, like,
caused, correct?
Correct.
how's she supposed to know if it's actual abuse or
The
not?
only source of
Yeah, like
information that
outrage.
you have is Ms. Heard's
Yeah, I mean,
own
of course,
words,
in that
correct?
sense, like, she would have felt upset
hear
because you see a
Mr.
woman
Depp
who's potentially
and
hurt
Ms.
by a
Heard
man,
having
like,
a fight on
it
the
would
phone?
enrage
I was
me.
there. I was present in the room.
But just to confirm, could you hear Mr. Depp's voice?
But then if I found out that it was a lie, oh.
So fair to say that the only voice you heard
Even more emotion.
was Ms. Heard's, correct?
The fact that I fell for it or was placed in
So
that,
you don't know what Mr. Depp said,
or that
to
I
Ms.
helped
Heard
cover that shit up.
on that phone call.
Correct.
Do you recall any other occasions where you witnessed a fight between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard, or heard about an incident or a fight between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard, other than the 3 that we've now discussed?
I would say every time. I would say that during my friendship with Amber, before she files for divorce, which, I mean, timeline, I don't know, a year, maybe a year and a half, it was always some conflict, some fight, some physical fights, some verbal fights, some kind of problem, it's always was a problem, a problematic it was very consuming for me. It was all consuming about that relationship. It was a very consuming friendship. And that's why I decided not to continue it.
Wait.
But you yourself, Ms. Iglesias, didn't witness any of these altercations, fights, arguments, correct? Between Mr. Depp. I think you testified that you interacted with Mr. Depp less than 10 times. When you did interact with Mr. Depp, was Ms. Heard present each of those times?
All of those times.
Okay.
Did you find him particularly loving towards Ms. Heard?
No, not particularly, no.
And during these interactions with Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard, at that time, you were aware that Mr. Depp allegedly was abusing Ms. Heard, correct?
Well, most of the interaction that I had was towards the end of 2015, right? I'm assuming, so I was not fully aware yet of, I guess, the seriousness of their fight, if I can say so. I think, you know, most of the time I saw them together was towards the end of December, before December 15.
What are you doing?
So Thanksgiving, that time, and Amber's, I think, birthday. I'm getting confused with that. So the few times that I saw Mr. Depp was before I understood the seriousness of the fight.
Understanding, again, came from Ms. Heard only, correct?
Well, Ms. Heard and some of her friends, yes.
Who were some of her friends?
Rocky, Rachel Pennington, Io, Twillett, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Josh, Drew, the people that were leaving, her sister.
What a generic name too, Josh, Drew. Like you could literally go by either one.
Those were the cool group.
You said you spent.
I thought she said that was the cool group.
Was that in Thanksgiving, November 2015?
Yes, correct, because they were divorced by May 2016, so yes.
Cool group. Cool group.
How would you describe that evening?
Awkward.
Why?
Awkward.
Because Marilyn Manson was there.
Oh.
Did you know Marilyn Manson?
No. This was an awkward Thanksgiving sitting there. It was quite intimate. So sitting, yeah, it was just awkward. He's just an awkward being, and it's just awkward to be around. So it was an awkward evening.
Do you recall Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard having any type of
This is Camille, right?
disagreement or fight that evening?
So I thought I can hear the intensity in your voice.
Disagreement, maybe.
Got me half chubbed over here.
What do you mean by that?
But she's not fully.
Well, I mean, there was,
Yeah, because I can't see her.
She ain't got the sass either.
Yeah, and she's not like
gentle.
hurt. It's not my question.
And so I could tell that
Right.
it was awkward.
She's not being degrading, you know? I need that in my
Awkward.
life.
I think Mr. Depp and Mr. Manson.
Dang, I thought Mike was supposed to be here. What happened?
And everybody was
no.
on the table.
Hopefully you didn't get in a car accident or something.
Awkward.
And you're pretty sure they had a fight because Ms. Heard told you after the fact that they had a fight, correct? Because you did not witness Mr. Depp or Ms. Heard having any type of fight the evening of Thanksgiving, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, she was there.
Do you have an independent recollection of going to the penthouse in downtown Los Angeles on December 15th, 2015?
I have an independent. I have.
I think what it means is like, does she herself have that?
Going to the penthouse before one of the
and it's not coming from someone else.
And
yeah, she was remembering
like
this
her own
herself,
yeah.
firsthand.
Yeah. If it was
not a secondhand
the
story.
day
Right.
before the James Corden, or the day before the fun
James
incident.
Corden?
So
I love her
James Corden?
accent. She's so sweet.
and that is what I made sure I needed to remember.
And I love that she like
it was
keeps
the
closing
day
her eyes to like
before
remember, because that's like
December
legit what
16th.
you would be doing.
Where, yes.
Good witness.
You're like visualizing
Yeah,
it. You're like, yes, I was walking down the hall.
I
Yes, I was
come
in
a
penthouse
day
number whatever.
before,
Yep.
I thought she picked up the camera. I thought she was about to walk us through.
One of the two.
Start walking around her apartment.
I wasn't sure if it was that day or that day. It was December 15th.
I like how she moves her hand. She's like, that day
And
or
sitting here
that
today,
day.
You're still
Like,
not sure
right.
if you went to the penthouse on December 15th, 2015, or if it was the day before the May incident in 2016. And when you went to the penthouse on December 15th, I believe you testified before that you didn't see any injuries on Amber Heard that evening, correct?
Sorry, I don't recall seeing any injuries on Amber that day, that night.
And December
Do you
15th, I thought that
recall
was
Ms.
supposed to be a big one.
Pennington was at the penthouse that evening?
I mean,
wait, is this the
she's
cop
not seeing
one?
industries. Might not be a big deal.
Do you recall if anybody else was at the penthouse that evening?
I don't recall.
But you do remember Ms. Heard being there and Ms. Pennington, correct?
Correct.
Did you take any photographs of Ms. Heard the evening of December 15, 2016?
No.
Do you recall being present when any photographs of Ms. Heard were taken on December 15, 2015?
I don't recall.
Do you remember being present when photographs of Ms. Heard's injuries were taken on December 16th, 2015?
No.
And did you take any pictures of Ms. Heard and her injuries on December 16th, 2015?
No.
So I don't want to take up the time of showing you all the photographs Ms. Bredehoff showed you earlier today, but there were a number of exhibits. I think I marked them as exhibits 14 through 20 that you were shown earlier this morning. Just to confirm, you didn't take any of those photographs, correct?
Not on my phone, not with my phone, and I do not recall taking Amber's or Rocky's phone to take those pictures. No, definitely not with my phone. I do not recall taking physically myself those pictures. No, I don't recall.
Would it be normal for Ms. Heard to have makeup on her face before you arrived to do her makeup ahead of an appearance?
Good question.
It would be normal for Amber to have concealer on, a little of that tint there, yes, because it is quite normal for Amber to wash her face. She always likes to wash the face before the makeup with the product that she likes, do a toner, you know, so it wouldn't be abnormal for her to have a little makeup before and then wash her face and start clean.
But you don't remember one way or another whether Ms. Heard had a fresh face with toner and moisturizer on before when you arrived on December 16th, 2015, correct?
No, I do not. I don't recall.
Would she usually wash her face and go through that process in front of you?
That's what I was
wondering.
wondering.
Yes, I mean, in front of me.
She looks so familiar. I just can't figure out who she looks like.
We were close, so it wouldn't.
I feel like everybody in this trial has looked familiar.
With her while she cleaned her face, and
it's so weird.
You know, I don't think specifically.
And now I've been like watching for so long that I'm just like, oh god, I just feel like they look familiar because I've seen you every goddamn day.
Her face in the bathroom, which is adjacent to where we get her ready.
It's gonna bother me. She looks really familiar.
And I want to be really specific.
She kind of reminds me of my aunt.
Based on your best recollection, what injuries did you see on Ms. Heard on December 16th, 2015?
Amber had a slight discoloration on both eyes and on the top of the bridge of the nose, and
but no swelling.
And I do believe the right eye had a little
it's from the
gash
cocaine
right
though.
There. It wasn't that strong. It wasn't that swollen.
It's from the
blue and
cocaine.
Discoloration there, mainly on the inner corner.
Went too hard.
And a little more here, and then she had on
She
the
did
right.
hard in the paint, dog.
On the right lip, as I said earlier, I'm not sure the exact medical term, but it looked like a split lip or like a gash here.
Did you ever see Ms. Heard's lip bleed on December 15th or December 16th?
Wait, isn't this when she's supposed to have
But
the cut on her lip?
You remember that it was not bleeding on December 16th when you were applying the makeup.
This is supposed to be for the James Corden.
Yep. James Corden.
How about before you were applying the makeup? Do you recall it bleeding?
I don't recall.
And I think you described it as either a gash or a split lip.
I don't know what would be the medical term for it. I don't know what kind of injury would have caused this. I'm not a medical expert, no forensic expert, but it was slightly swollen. And by the way, you can
so you could have bit it. You could have been chewing on it.
But it was slightly swollen, and there was either a gash or a scab. No, not a scab, but it was swollen with some kind of cut.
So she could have been chewing her lip like that, huh?
Do you recall Miss Heard ever having a cold sore on her lips?
Also a good question.
You said there was slight discoloration under both eyes. Was there swelling under both eyes as well?
We'll clarify swelling. Maybe very little, but it was mainly discoloration too. I recall mainly discoloration, like a bruise. Maybe there was a little tiny swelling on one of the eye that was a little more injured than the other, but not huge swelling, no.
I believe your testimony earlier today was that he lightly headbutted her.
Yeah, what up, Moss?
I wasn't there. I don't know if he lightly or not lightly headbutted her.
That was your testimony, that it appeared as if she had been, quote, lightly headbutted. Do you remember saying that earlier today?
And maybe I was misquoted. It's not my position to say how headbutted she was or anything. And maybe I misquoted.
But she heard that.
And did she show you
she had been
the hair that was missing?
She showed us.
You said how headbutted she was.
Where the hair was missing on top of the head.
Yeah, and that to me is kind of wild. Like,
there as well?
That doesn't seem healthy. That you'd be pulling out your hair like that. But I still disagree that chunk of hair on the floor was the pulling.
So it was two separate things, and Samantha never really comes up when we get ready, no.
But just to confirm, these injuries, right, that you saw on Miss Heard on December 16th, 2015, you don't know how they were caused, correct?
Correct.
And so any information you have about how the cause of these injuries came from Miss Heard only?
From December 16, correct.
Okay.
Well, any injuries other than Miss Heard and her friends, you never witnessed Mr. Depp being violent or abusive towards Miss Heard and causing any injuries?
Correct.
So let's talk about the makeup that you actually used to conceal these injuries on her face on December 16th. I believe you testified you used a concealer with a peach undertone.
Yeah.
Did you have training and experience
with color
dealing
correcting?
with injuries or covering up bruising on people? Do you have any specific experience or education?
Specific experience, I have experience in doing bruises and cover bruises for special effect.
There you go.
I mean, throughout my career, I have created bruises, and I also have covered bruises.
I mean, I don't want them to be discrediting this girl. I feel like she's like the only good witness.
I have experience in covering some bruises. Yes.
How about swelling? Same question.
No.
I mean, it's a little harder to cover swelling.
But apparently with ice.
Try to bring the swelling down. Covering it up would be not really.
Interesting. Although Amber Heard
how about cuts?
Said you could.
Yeah.
Specifically as it relates to Ms. Heard's makeup look on December 16th, do you recall what foundation you used?
I'm more interested in like what she covered the busted lip with.
You probably don't remember the brand, but do you recall the shade that you used?
How would I? No, it's 5 years ago. Absolutely not.
Also, it's not really fair to ask the shade because they typically use a mix.
Of using a peach undertone concealer.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because Amber always had in her bag, we have the same concealer.
A neutral?
She has a concealer from a brand called Clear the Pool. And it's a specific shade, it's beige. Beige was Amber's color for under her eyes, period. So the day, December 16th...
Look at Amber, she's so proud. She's like, yeah, that's my girl.
There's another concealer that has a little more peach in there and orange. It's called Honey. from the same family, and I use that instead. And I think I have a wheel that is a bruise
color
wheel
correcting.
that has different colors, and you pick up the color to gently touch up any darkness.
Did you make a
Why is she closing her eyes right now?
Her overall look, other
like
than
this
the
is hard to hear.
As a result
Color
of the
correcting is hard to
injuries
listen
that you saw
to.
on her face
Come on, girl.
December 16th?
Not a different choice, but I remember we specifically
close your eyes.
As you
let the rhythm take over you.
It was not uncommon for her. We know she has a signature red lip, so
Oh, yeah.
suddenly it was, oh my gosh, she has a red lip. But I remember that day I specifically structure my makeup. There's a couple of things we do with Amber. We do a smoky eye and a nude lip or red lip, and I remember specifically thinking of my makeup about we needed to highlight there to try to not draw attention there, and the red lips was our only option to cover that red cut that was there. So that I remember very specifically thinking that we had to have a red lip, sharp brows, and construct the makeup to take away from here. So basically, I mean, it's not going to be nothing to you guys, but just basically a lot of highlight up here to kind of
take away from
this.
the focus.
I remember talking about it very clearly.
Makes sense.
And forgive my ignorance, but what did you do to cover up the cut on the lip other than apply a red lip?
A red lip.
That's it? So you didn't...
A red lip. It is swollen. I can see it in the video on the James Corden show. So her lips was swollen. It was big on that side. You can see it. There's nothing I can do about that, but we did a really dark red lip.
I mean, you can overline.
To match that red gash or cut, whatever that was there.
But I'm confused on why you would. So it's not like oozing. It's not pussing. It's not
being hindered.
Why would you put like lipstick over
as a result of the injury
wound?
on her lip? And when I say hindered, I mean, did she have trouble opening her mouth widely, or did she complain about it hurting or splitting open and bleeding? Do you recall any of that?
I don't recall.
Interesting.
And again, just to confirm, on December 15th, 2015, you don't recall seeing any injuries, including a split lip on Amber Heard, correct?
Correct.
Do you recall having any specific conversation with the hairstylist that was doing Miss Heard's hair on December 16th, 2015, as it related to the abuse that Miss Heard was describing for you?
Yeah, yes. We talked a bit about it, yes.
And what do you recall about that conversation?
I mean, I think everybody was a little like, whoa, shit, okay. I think everybody was a little surprised. Everybody was a little like not knowing how to move forward with it. I mean, but we talked, as I said, when Amber was in the chair and Adia was behind her and I was in front of her, I recall the three of us having this conversation, and I recall Adia showing me the hole there.
But just to confirm, you don't know how that chunk of hair was missing from Miss Heard's head. You don't know what caused that chunk of hair to be missing, correct?
I don't know it, correct.
You don't have any personal knowledge, I should say, as to how that chunk of hair came to be missing from her head.
Well, I did not witness it, correct.
Alex, may I please have you bring up Depp 9? Ms. Iglesias, you've testified previously that you see, watching the video clip, right, you see Ms. Heard's, you see the swollen lip and you see bruising.
Yeah. I see. I've known that face. I know that face so well. I've done it so many times. I can tell where the bruises are, and I can tell where the swollen lip is, correct.
All right, I need you to draw that out for me, because to the untrained eye who has not been working on Amber's face.
Ms. Iglesias, do you mind please identifying for me, is this, does this photograph accurately depict Ms. Heard on the James Corden show on December 16th, 2015?
Yes.
But can you describe for me where you see bruising on Ms. Heard's face?
Well, I didn't say I saw bruise, but I saw the discoloration. I can see my makeup, so I see the discoloration on the right eye, just right under. I see that little dent there. And also, I mean, this is a picture that is, you know, taking, this is not a really accurate picture. She's sideways, the light is one way, you know, but yeah, there's better pictures.
No, look who it is.
But
yo,
if
hello?
you give me the mouth, I will show you, but there's other still
Why you sound
picture
so
when you
low
can see
today?
the split lip better, or the swollen lip. So I mean, I can see
Do I just have
better
this
pictures
louder
where
today?
you can see
Yeah, you sound
that
so
side
quiet.
of the lip.
Let me open the mixer because that might be it.
This here.
Oh.
And when you're pointing, just to for the record,
We thought
you're
you might
pointing
have got lost.
to the right side of Miss Heard's lip, correct?
Correct.
We thought you got lost. Well, I was hoping you didn't get in a car
There's
accident.
better pictures. She's sideways.
Wow.
There's better pictures where you can
Gone
see
such a long
what
time.
I feel you can see better, but
It might be the same.
What you
photograph.
snacking on?
yeah, she's still sideways.
But Miss Iglesias, this is your testimony that you believe you can
Taco.
see swelling
Hell
on
yeah.
the right side of Miss Heard's lip.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you see any bruising
What did I miss?
or
Uh,
bruising
Is who done?
under her eyes?
Whitney?
Well, I mean, I know
Yeah,
I've
she's
seen some
way
pictures,
long
so
gone.
yeah, so I can see them because I know
Yeah,
I did it. But
and then we went
Oh, that's Sue?
into.
so that's
Wait,
neither
what?
here or there, but yeah,
Is this
I mean, I can
Sue?
see them
Kelly
just on
Sue
the
over there?
eyes.
Oh
the
no,
right eyes,
is
I
Kelly?
can see
I
the
don't
little
think Kelly
gash
Sue's
right
taking
there.
the stand.
And I can all that
This is
darkness.
I believe her name's
all that
Melanie
darkness right
Iglesias.
there, that is not eyeshadow.
Maybe it's Melissa
And that is really
Iglesias.
the dark circle from
I
the
think it's a
sleeping, which is part of
Melanie
the
though.
little, you know,
And she's the
injury
makeup
showing
artist that
through.
worked on
Do you see any
Amber's face for the James
discoloration or
Corden.
bruising on the bridge of her
Oh,
nose?
okay.
I do not know. I'm a
Which
psychiatrist.
honestly, she has been probably
Do you
their
recall
best
anything about Miss
witness.
Heard's appearance?
Mhm.
When you first
And then I'd
encountered her
I mean, she's
Coachella
kind of
Valley?
tied right now with the Josh guy.
No, I don't recall.
They both seem like legitimate
notice
wit.
any
Oh, sorry. We
injuries
also had a
on Miss
different
Heard?
girl before this, who
I don't
was.
recall.
Do you recall Miss
Who was her
Heard
n- what was-
discussing any
I don't remember her
abuse that
name.
She had sustained
She didn't
in
really
the
have
days of her
anything
birthday
interesting to
on
say
April
because it was
21st,
literally just like she was.
2016 by Mr. Depp?
It was apparently she was in one of the penthouses.
recall
Johnny
about
comes bursting through a
that?
door, swinging
I
wine
recall
around,
there
and
was
says,
a
"Get your bitch
fight,
out of
there
here," or
was,
something to that effect. She beelines it out, goes into hiding until Rocky apparently tells her to come out. She's cool, and then comes in and sees the apartment just as she would know it to be in order. But she's been told at some point that everybody's like helped clean up or some shit. So is the cop incident that she's, but like it's all
But
basically
you don't
the only
remember
thing she can
seeing
really
injuries
testify on
Miss
is that
Heard
Johnny came lunging
after
at her. She
her
was
birthday
scared.
dinner
He
in
said,
April of
"Bitch, you get your bitch out of here."
correct?
She ran off.
Do you recall seeing any injuries
hid.
on Miss Heard's face?
So I don't really think
that
she's
dinner
actually
on May
that
24th,
credible.
2016?
She's supposed to be like a childhood friend of hers.
Do you recall Miss
I forget her
Heard's
name. I think it
general
starts with an S.
demeanor at the dinner on May 24th,
Elizabeth
2016?
Mars.
Yes.
What I remember about that
M-A-R-Z.
dinner is that she
Mars.
was and I'll tell you why I remember this clearly, because she was very
Ex-friend.
distraught and she
But-
was
Oh,
very
she's the one.
Yeah.
She's the one that called him a monster, I think.
confused.
Oh.
If she should file or not for divorce.
Amber Heard's ex-friend
And
cries that she feared
she
Monster would
Oh.
sad and
Johnny Depp
upset.
would
She
do
didn't-
something worse than he intended.
Yeah, she didn't call him a monster
and all
here.
Of it. And I remember that because that
But she did
night,
say that she
I
was
actually
hiding in
physically
fear
took
that
her
he might do
phone.
something.
So she should not. So that if Johnny
Also,
tried to,
something to make note is that this woman
if
here
Johnny
right
tried to
now
reach-
is no longer in
reach out to
contact with her
again,
as
she
well.
wouldn't have a phone
So
that night.
currently,
She would go to
1,
the
2, 3,
divorce tomorrow,
4 of the
next day. So I
5,
remember
maybe I'm
physically
missing some
having her
witnesses.
phone,
At least 4 of the 5 that
and
I'm
when I
aware
dropped-
of
when I dropped them
no
back
longer
at
speak with
the
Amber.
penthouse, she
Wow.
said, "Keep my phone.
Yeah.
So if you contact me, I won't know, I won't cave, and I will file for divorce tomorrow." So I went home in my house with her phone.
Wow, so
She does
And
have an accent.
she had her
That's
phone.
why I remember. That's why it's sticking in my mind. And then the next morning, and you can see in those texts, she said, "I need my phone." And then I had to drive to the penthouse and give her her phone back. And at the time, that day,
Wait, how did she text her
I'm
she needs her
assuming she
phone
filed
back
for divorce,
though?
And that day, the whole circus
If
started.
she had
And
her
you
phone.
believe that Miss Heard should go through with the divorce, correct?
Correct.
And that was based on what exactly, Miss Iglesias?
What are you doing?
On what she told me on her recollection of her marriage.
Right.
I
So
think
this
you
is
testified
correct.
earlier.
Oh, back to
that
Elaine.
Amber's practice was to wear
God, the voice
concealer
alone
and
is just
foundation,
enough to
moisturizer, things of that
irritate
nature.
someone.
Do you have any recollection that Amber strayed from that and did not wear makeup during the week of May 21st, 2016?
No.
She also, something to make note of, she said that Amber
Of thinking,
definitely always
Amber
pretty
Heard
much carried
isn't
concealer
wearing
with
no
her.
makeup this week. No.
And like a
So,
blush tint that she'd use on
do you
her
know
lips
whether
and cheeks.
Amber Heard
But that's pretty much like
Yeah.
the only makeup she
took
knew her to
any
wear.
steps to reduce her swelling
So very natural.
during
She didn't
this,
mention any eyeliner, no
in
mascara, no
preparation for the James
eyeshadows, no
Corden
foundation, just
show?
concealer and a tinted lip
Yes.
balm
She
slash.
took arnica,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
we had an arnica
arnica.
gel.
Here we go. Arnica gel. Back in it.
I always have arnica gel in my kit anyway.
Okay.
And she had arnica gel. She used arnica gel.
Okay.
And some ice.
And some
And what
ice.
does arnica gel do with respect to swelling?
Okay, yeah, I was just.
I use arnica gel in my kit to bring any swelling area of my client's face down.
And
Yeah,
how
that's
does
what
that
I
typically
understood it to
work?
be,
What's your
but
experience?
It just brings the
stimulates your
swelling
body's natural
down,
healing process,
I mean, not
facilitating
drastically, but it definitely
blood
helps
flow
with the
through the
swelling a little
area,
bit.
which helps to alleviate pain, reduce swelling, and reabsorb bruising.
All right.
As long as
So
your
we
skin
have
isn't broken, you
another
can apply
video.
arnica
Okay,
topically
just
in a
perch for
cream
a
or
moment.
gel
Let me just-
form.
Certainly.
Which would be so stupid if she put it on her lip.
Wait, did she put it on her lip?
No, I think she was put it on. She put it on
Like
her
her eyes?
cheekbone,
Oh, yeah.
like
Okay.
around her cheekbone.
After using the gel for a total of 4 days, the bruises were barely noticeable. Without the gel, bruises that dark would have taken 7 to 10 days to completely heal. Definitely recommend boron arnica bruise gel
Boron.
or BOIRON. It's a specific brand, I guess.
Boron, yeah.
Wait, is this the one I have? Looks similar. I don't have it in a plastic tube, I don't.
Yeah, usually they're that little, like, it looks like a lip,
A lip balm?
like a lip balm thingy, yeah. It's a little
Yeah, isn't it
container.
like a metal container?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, and the one that I've used is a gel. I think it's been in like a metal.
Yeah, it looks like a little Vicks vapor rub kind of thing, but with a cap on.
Oh, I don't know about that. I thought Vicks came in like a circular lip balm. Oh,
I think
it's
like
wait,
Tiger Balm, right? It comes with like a little Tiger thing.
Aaron?
Yeah, it's like a. It looks like the Tiger Balm, but it's arnica.
And you're
Like the
you're
way
throwing
it's,
out all these things that I actually have never ever used. I don't know what Tiger Balm comes looking like. As far as I knew, it was also in a like a tin canister.
Yeah, little tin can.
Wait, so you're saying
this one-
arnica comes with like looking? Hold on, I'm gonna send. This is what I picture. It's going right into
It's usually, I
trials.
think it's the one that I have. It's green, like the little tin can.
Wait, what the fuck? Why did it do that? God damn it, Discord. I copied a photo. Why you don't paste that?
All right, your next witness.
Your Honor, we're going to call
It's
Christy
not.
Sexton, and this is by video deposition as
Who's
well.
Christy Sexton?
I think that'll be the
I
last
need
one.
to know.
Thank you.
Oh, last one for the day. All right.
What the? You just sent me a fucking trial exhibit.
Who's this woman?
I have no idea.
Christina Lisette Sexton, Queensland,
Christina
Australia.
Sexton.
She's from Australia.
She might be a caretaker.
I've been at that address since July 2017.
You can barely hear the fucking questions. Where are they
There was
coming
a
in from?
transitionary period.
Sounds like a fucking
I met my
megaphone.
husband
Yeah,
in
it sounds.
December 2015.
She's her acting coach.
So 16
Oh!
decisions on which country we were going to move to and
That's
such.
a.
So I did not establish
Interesting.
residency here until July.
She must have been busy
And
these
then
last
we
3
had all the
years.
Paperwork subsequently when we were married in
So she's
October
here because she claimed
of
that
2017.
that Amber Heard told acting coach. Oh yeah. So she's here because Amber Heard told her that she wouldn't let, or
indeed.
Johnny Depp wouldn't let her leave him.
Johnny Depp wouldn't let her leave him.
Yeah, Johnny Depp wouldn't let Amber Heard leave him. So Amber Heard told her this.
I'm an acting coach.
Weird. Why would you tell your acting coach this?
Because she just wants to put it out there as much as she can.
I believe it was
Amber Heard
sometime
once
in
told her acting coach that Johnny Depp would rather destroy her than let her leave her marriage.
I mean, I guess at times you would tell some people things.
I don't know about exclusive. We don't have any sort of exclusive
This is interesting, though. Christina Sexton testified via video link from Australia that the Aquaman star told Johnny, "Will never let me go," and that was put in the Sun report, the one that was used to.
Great.
The one that was used to in the UK to claim that he was the abuser. And that's how she won that.
The last time we worked
Yeah, the
on a
wife beater.
project together would be Aquaman, so 2017.
Why would he ever be jealous of her?
Okay, so the first movie, or the first
Yeah, I don't know.
TV series, I should say.
Well, I mean, jealousy in the typical sense of like if you're dating someone, I think that's more or less. I don't think it's like jealousy of like her in the industry.
Yes.
I take it from what you just described that although the frequency varied, it's fair to say, is it not, that you saw...
Where the fuck is this question coming from though? Like,
it sounds like a phone.
Oh my, like we're on speakerphone from across the hallway. Like what?
Oh yes.
Would it be fair to say that you saw Ms. Heard during this 7-year
Oh, it's December 2019, so nobody was allowed to travel.
Easily, yes.
That was when COVID started in Australia.
Yeah, but Zoom calls, Discord,
Exactly.
Skype if you really want, like...
Absolutely, yeah.
What is this?
I'm going to go up another 100. Same answer for 300 times?
300 times? Wait, I didn't even catch this.
As I said, when I would see her, it would be multiple times a week in preparation for a project.
When's the last time that you had a session with Amber Heard as her primary acting coach?
Mid-2017.
During that early period when she lived on Orange Avenue, how would you describe, Amber Heard as an actor?
She was really focused on moving to the next level of her career, and really
So not that
stretching
great.
herself as an actor. Which is why she started coaching so much at that time, and initially even went to classes. So she was really driven to do a lot of work.
I bet she was.
Mine out.
Because she knew she wasn't getting any other jobs.
Go over things a lot.
And then she was like,
So
fuck,
she was
I
very
better
driven as
find
an
a
actor
billionaire.
to, I would say get to the next phase of her career.
We're looking at Sexton 1. Refresh your recollection as to when that took place. That's the IMDb page.
Yes, it was either 2011 or 2012. If it's saying that it came out in 2011, then the premiere would have been in 2011. So yeah.
When was the next time you recall seeing Johnny or Mr. Depp?
I would say sometime in the middle of the following year.
So sometime in the middle of 2012, you think?
Yeah.
And where was that?
At her house on Orange. I remember seeing him quite a bit. In the early period.
Again, I'm focused on the early period.
He's in like a meeting or something. Here and there.
At your coaching sessions with Amber later when she moved into Sweetser Avenue and then at the penthouse in downtown Los Angeles.
Yes, I did see him often at both Sweetser and the downtown house.
And over that period of time, did you observe changes in Mr. Depp's behavior?
Yeah, Johnny became, I would say, much darker as time went on. He was...
Did he get a tan?
Figuratively and literally, he would sit in dark rooms. The art...
So he was depressed, you're saying?
Oh, depression, yeah.
With like heavy...
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, welcome
He was
back.
always a little...
You're not missing
What I
much.
miss?
Nothing.
She's trying to describe depression as something like
dark.
a fucking demon or something.
Big curtains would be everywhere. And
well, she's describing it very
became much
theatrically.
less talkative as time went on.
There's
We'd see
it's
less
covered in
and
dark.
less of him personally. I
Literally.
would hear him in the house, but I would see
That is
less
literally
and less
called
of him
depression, lady.
interaction-wise. And when
Was
I
depressed.
did,
Which is what Whitney testified her
he
sister
wasn't very happy.
also falling into, it sounded like.
On those occasions when you could hear him.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm freaking hungry.
At different points
Yeah,
in
so
time,
I'm
I
making
heard
chili
different
dogs right now.
things.
Hell yeah, get it.
Sometimes it would just be him milling around the house. Sometimes
coming.
it
I'll be right
would
back.
be him having conversations with
I already meal
his
prepped some
team,
chicken. I did
bodyguards
3
and
different
stuff.
ways. Well, not 3 different ways,
Or
but 3
his
different
friends,
seasonings.
that were over making music.
So
at
I
the
think I'm
Sweet
gonna do like a
Celebration.
Greek chicken salad
Sometimes
tonight.
it was him and Amber fighting.
Then hop on and
I
maybe
was in his home,
pop
so
some
I
heads in
heard him
Fortnite.
quite a bit.
Wait, did you play last night?
Yeah.
How was it? Better?
We got like top 5 consistently.
Okay.
It's just bad rotation, just unfortunate timing.
Gotcha.
I
But
would
like
say
the loot and stuff's better,
I
or
would just hear a lot of him.
But what stuff? Sorry, I
yelling
didn't
his
hear you.
voice
like the
would
loot
carry
and
through
that?
kind of the halls of the house.
The lack of
I'm trying to
lightsabers?
think.
And then
Yeah, there's no lightsabers, no blasters. They have these 2 new guns that are
I
ass.
could hear Amber
Oh no.
was trying to get out of the room. Then the door
But
shut
yeah,
again,
I
and
did.
then
I was finding
could just
ARs a
hear
lot
him
more
yelling
consistently though.
on
Oh,
his
okay.
part.
That's good. Yeah, those
Yeah, I
ghost
think I
bullets
found
are
like 2
trash before.
purple augs right off the bat, like last
The
night.
fuck?
Yeah, off the. Or no, 2 blue ones in that house we normally land. So I
Yeah.
found like 2 blue ones there.
In the early
So yeah,
parts of
loot's
their
been okay.
relationship,
Okay.
She had said that
They have
he
that new
was
POI,
sober,
so it's kind of
and
changed the
she was
rotations
trying
a
to
bit.
support him in his
Oh, right.
sobriety.
But it's
Okay,
cool.
loot.
We only played like 4 or 5
And
games.
then subsequently throughout
We're
the
getting
relationship,
frustrated.
he would talk about his breaks in sobriety.
I'm gonna go walk to this kitchen real quick, find out what I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, do it.
All I've had is a shake today and half an apple.
Oh, you need a snacky snack. I'm still waiting on those proteins to
There
come
were
through.
a couple of occasions where I actually heard Johnny
You ordered
say,
new ones?
I ordered the new
why would
vegan
you wanna do
ones
that kind of role?
from
Why woman
Alani,
isn't gonna play
and
that
also
kind of
the
role?
cookie protein
Stuff like
bars.
that I heard a few times
Is
from
it
him
the what is
over
it? The
course of
Cinnabon ones or whatever?
The Cinnabon and the Frosty Flurry. Which honestly, I'm kind of excited for the Frosty Flurry. Not so much the cinnamon buns, but you know, it'd probably be good in pancakes. I mean, it's probably gonna be good anyways.
One is it like?
That's what I'm curious about, because it looks like, it sounds like it should taste like a Wendy's Flurry, right? But the front of it kind of looked cookies and creamish to me. So
Right.
actually, maybe I don't even know if I read the description.
As I said,
Wait, how is this thing 900
he would
calories?
be sitting.
But this
he would-
half of this
initially,
thing's only
when she lived
600.
in the orange
What is it?
location. Sometimes he
I
would
have
be
like
nearby
a
his very
Stromboli.
small house,
I don't know what
That's-
that is.
and he would be nearby.
It's like a calzone.
Oh,
Pizza
okay.
calzone.
Okay.
There were
Looking
times
at
when
it,
he
it's
was
940
kind of
calories, but then I have like this big
shitty role. Why would you do that?
pasta
That kind of
bolognese thing,
But he
and
wasn't
for like half of it, it's gonna be
super
like
negative then.
600
Later
calories.
on, as it went on,
I mean,
makes
the
sense.
portion sizes, maybe the
vocal about
Stromboli.
the negative terms,
Wait,
like I said, he called
is
it
that the
Yeah,
right one?
Stromboli.
trash
Yeah,
bag.
you good.
Wait, is that the calzone
piece
one?
of shit,
Yeah, yeah.
all
Okay,
sorts
so
of
maybe the
things like that.
Stromboli is
Generally
showing
being
on the
negative if it was something he didn't want to do.
ingredients
As a whole?
portion.
Well, no, it
like
is.
how many grams, and then the other one, yeah, is only half. So if you doubled it,
No, the other one's showing as the third, so I am doubling it. I'm cutting it in half. So it's 350.
Yes,
It's
it
3
did.
servings, so it's 350 per
was
serving. So by half of that,
decreasing as
it'd
it
still be
went.
about 600.
And there would be
well, 350 would be like
stretches of
700
time where
for
she wasn't
two
auditioning
servings.
or
Yeah.
working on
Yeah.
anything at all.
I'm saying it's kind of weird.
But I mean,
It's gotta be the bread.
I would definitely think the bread immediately, but
Yeah,
like
early
again,
on
I don't
they
know the
were
sizing of these things
incredibly
either.
lovey-dovey
Maybe one.
Wait, so do you have the
One's more
nutritional
grams.
package?
Passionate and
I'm gonna eat the Stromboli since it's been in the freezer the
always
longest.
Yeah, there you go.
together in a positive way. They were very playful.
And it'll be
friendly.
done quicker. It'll be
Yeah.
done like in
And
There you
it'll
go.
be done like in
then
2 hours.
I would see less and less of them together.
chili
And I would
dogs.
hear a lot of
You got your chili dogs?
arguments.
I don't know when the last time I had a chili dog. I feel like I've had a chili dog before, but I can't actually remember when or where, because I feel like if I did, it didn't. It wasn't what I thought a chili dog was.
Especially those last few months that they
Like,
were
isn't it a
together.
hot dog with chili on it?
Yeah, chili and cheese. Yeah.
But like chili being like beans, ground meat, and like tomato sauce or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Onions,
Yeah.
cheese. Yeah.
Yo, you know what would be fire is your green chili dogs.
Oh, my mom's green chili.
Or the green chili in tacos. Yo, you need to get your mom a truck,
Oh,
a
wait.
food truck.
Wait, did you hit her with that green chili?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's just so good. But we don't like.
I didn't know how to.
don't know.
I didn't know how to explain it to her though.
I was so
She's
confused.
like, "What do you mean?" I was like, I was like, "It's like gravy."
Yeah, but his mom like asked me originally. She's like, "Yo, do you want like some green chili? Like, I'm gonna make some green chili, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds good." She's like, "I forget what she asked. Do I like peppers or something?" And I was like, "What?" Oh, like, yeah, I guess.
Give a Canadian girl green chili, she ain't never leaving you.
Yeah, I was so confused what that was, and then I had it, and I was like, "Oh, it's oh." I was picturing something else. Hi, puppy.
It's basically just like wet salsa.
We couldn't work until we got
Kinda.
together.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up having.
There definitely needs to be more of it in the world. Like, I don't know why it's not. Like, I need that to be like a side for all breakfast. Hey!
I mean, it's a cultural thing here. Like, that's really what it is.
Yeah,
There is,
now
all
you need
over
to
the
spread that
place, but
shit.
There is all over the place, but the thing is, whenever, non-Oriental people get their hands on it, they add too much lemon. So it's just like
Ew.
lemonade in a bottle.
Ew. No, I think honestly somebody needs a traveling food truck making the real deal, and you pair it up with some like all the things that are fast foody-ish.
Alright, that's your mission in life now.
Shit. It's gonna be a travel stream bus. It's gonna.
No, don't do the
With
stream.
my dog.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, there's that one food truck that was doing a stream. I thought that was kind of cool. But a traveling one would have been cooler.
Green chili on poutine.
And there
But
used
chef-
to be this guy that traveled around with a food truck, but it was earlier on, and he did paella. And he would do like pop-ups, so he would just like tweet it out or like Instagram drop a spot, and he'd be like paella, and it's supposed to be like some fire-ass paella, and I was like, yo. But like, how am I ever gonna find him? You can't like plan a trip, you know?
They do that here in the Gaslamp Quarter in San Diego. There's a dude that goes around and makes crepes for people that are hungover or still drunk.
Yes.
That should be fire.
So yeah, this protein looks like it's supposed to be cookies and cream, but it's called frosted flurry.
Personality. So
I don't know.
I would prioritize taking care of the person in front of me over doing work, which is why I ended up building in all that extra time, because I cared about her as a human, and I wanted to be there for her in as much as I could as a friend.
Plot twist, she didn't care about you as a human.
So
Yep.
there's no point
True.
on working on something if someone isn't fully there or they're upset. It's more
Good
important
call.
to deal with the person and take care of them than work.
Because you knew you'd get paid, but you weren't actually gonna get paid.
Particularly in the last year when you saw Mr. crying so often, what was your understanding of the reason for her tears?
I would hear them fighting and then hear her come in, and she would be a wreck after she came in. I couldn't make out what they were saying, and I personally wasn't trying to listen to their fights, so I would just hear the sounds of the screaming. And her usually, you could tell she would open the door and try to get him to be quiet, and then it'd go back to him yelling, and so that would directly occur before she would come down and be upset and trying to pull herself together.
Oh, why would she keep going back?
What do you mean?
I was.
Like she said, she would open the door and tell him to be quiet. Why is she still coming back? Just leave him alone.
Any team.
True.
He didn't want her going and doing things.
Someone's upset with you. Last thing you want to do is keep coming in.
You described earlier in your testimony, Ms. Sexton, what Amber Heard was like when you first met her. during this period when she was involved with Mr. Depp, and particularly toward the end
I
of
got
her
a new Amber Heard meme.
did her behavior change?
Over the course of time, she became more and more of a hermit, only leaving the house when she had to. Again, as I said earlier,
Name was Johnny. Interesting.
Literally, the houses.
So is she
became
mimicking
darker
him?
with the curtains drawn all the time.
Yeah, she's. She mentioned the curtains on Johnny
I remember
too.
one time in particular when she was living at the Eastern Columbia that we went downstairs to get a slice of pizza. I think there were.
Oh, this is gonna be super loud.
4 of us, and Amber gave a homeless kid down there some money, and we helped him get to the bus stop.
Oh, a
and we came
homeless
back up,
kid.
and,
Okay.
Johnny yelled at her
she had the...
about going out.
I'll give her a homeless kid a 1, 2, and a 3, brother. What's up?
Better than to be going
Why
out
should you have to
at
include
night
that?
and that kind of thing.
That's so that is
we
relevant
tried
to everything.
Kind of be like, it's
She
fine.
gave a
We
homeless
got
kid
pizza
some money.
downstairs at the building across the street. Then he just started screaming and getting really angry. So
she was present for this.
I made my way out.
Interesting.
What about her weight? Did you notice any changes during that period in her weight? Just to be clear, Ms. X, I'm asking about the time that she was involved with Mr. Depp.
So Amber is one of those people that loses weight when she's stressed out. So
Okay.
she,
How do you know this?
Drop weight and look skeletal.
Skeletal?
One of those people. Everybody
You mean
fucking loses
skeletal?
weight when they're stressed
I
out and
remember right
depressed.
before their wedding, she
Oh, people
had
gain
lost a
weight too when they're
significant
stressed.
amount of
When they
weight.
eat.
Yeah, because little stress eat. Yeah.
To the
And
point that I
depressed?
was asking her if she was eating
I'm
regularly.
always depressed, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So
you could be
she's always
literally eating yourself,
been fit,
gaining
but
weight,
she
and
would
becoming depressed
drop down
because of
and
it.
get a little gaunt if
But
she
then you're
was
just like,
super
why the fuck
stressed out.
not? Why don't I just keep on eating and who cares?
I don't eat when I'm stressed. I just buy shit.
Oh.
Yep, same.
It depends
Why
on.
do we?
Yeah, she lost.
I tend to
a
like if I
significant amount of
think
weight,
I'm
and I noticed it
from what I
specifically
understand
because
me to
I
be
had been in
depressed, it would be
Australia
that I'd
doing
be
a
like
film,
losing weight.
And then when I came back,
I'm like an
so I've
emotional
been in
eater.
Australia since
So like
December.
if
I
I'm
came back in
internally
February,
upset and
she
conflicted,
looked,
I won't eat.
She was skin and bones.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like if I'm
but she was
angry
much thinner
or
than
something,
she
I guess
normally was
I tend
at
to
that
eat
point.
more.
So I know during
That makes
that
sense.
time period,
I guess it's a
that
comfort
she had
thing.
lost a
Yeah.
lot of weight.
So it's
She
like the
was very-
sadder emotions don't eat, and the angrier, livid emotions I do
You
eat.
just take a bottle, sip a bottle.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, I got some.
That make a pint?
I
The
could.
Magnum bottle, dude.
I don't know what the fuck a Magnum bottle is, but
I don't know either, but they've said it like 40
it
times.
sounds like a California thing to describe just like a
I've never
giant
heard of it.
bottle. Let me see.
True.
Oh, okay, true. So Magnum, maybe it's a type of wine. Magnum bottle of wine.
Could be. Could be Australian.
A Magnum bottle of wine, Magnum Latin for large, is a 1.5 liter wine bottle, double the size of a standard bottle. There you go.
Skin, like red marks
I think
on her skin. Sorry.
I need a
I feel like
Magnum
we have a
bottle.
different name for it.
And then subsequently, I would see like
Keep these
bruises
bitches on me like,
that look like arms being grabbed.
Or this says it's two standard bottles. A Jerome
Then
Bomb
I
or
saw
a
that
double
all towards the
Magnum
end.
holds
That's what
3
I'm
liters of
talking
wine, 4 bottles.
Jeez.
Whereas the Bordeaux Jeroboam holds 5 liters. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Yes, I went to
Jeroboam.
Nashville, for
B-O-A-M.
Johnny's birthday celebration.
Probably Harrowbone.
Jeroboam?
Wait, how do you spell it? J-E-R what?
It looks like arrow, but it's spelled with a J. So Jeroboam.
Oh, why do I look buff as shit like on this picture I posted? That's kind of
Arrived
crazy.
at Hicksville, and we had made kind of like a barbecue and drinks. As we were having a lovely time, Johnny was playing guitar and singing.
These bitches
So
on
that's
me
like a
like,
legit name for a bottle of wine. Interesting.
Like around sundown.
With the
they started
Jeroboam?
passing around
Well, the Magnum.
a bag of mushrooms.
I just
and
thought it-
a bag of white powder.
I don't know. To be honest, I was just thinking of Magnum condoms, and everybody being like, "Yeah, I need the Magnum."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too,
And
like
I'm
a
just
Magnum
like,
condom.
oh, so it's just a big bottle of wine, and because of the whole like mega pint thing, I was like, okay, everybody just calling these things funky names, like.
Yeah, I thought they were just saying it's like
Yeah.
keep implying that he's a raging alcoholic.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like a
Apparently.
Magnum bottle. Okay, good one.
Johnny screaming.
Good one, Amber. You got him on that one.
We didn't come out of our trailer.
Fuck Amber, dude.
And then quieting down. Everyone being like, "Oh, it's okay." The bodyguards. I heard them running over.
I don't have any baking spray. Oh no.
And then the next morning when we got up,
I have olive
was
oil.
talking about what had happened that night.
A little bit of butter helps.
And then I kind of left that conversation to the trailer to check
Depends the flavors you're going for.
And I saw.
I like olive oil.
Yeah. I don't know.
Trailer.
I mean, I use olive oil, but I can't deny that butter always tastes better.
Oh, I mean, butter is clearly the best.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But it's also like the most unhealthy.
Yeah.
I stayed with Amber. She was really.
I mean, olive oil isn't that much better. It just I like the flavor it gives things, especially.
It's only
Italy food, you know.
Olive oil is only better because it has a higher
burning point
resistance. Yeah.
The avocado has a higher
burning.
The
you can use vegetable oil too, but I'll use that to fry things.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Like if I'm making French fries or something.
Everywhere.
Vegetable oil is actually worse than olive oil.
Yeah, it's really bad. But it's easier to control, and like you don't want to burn it as quick.
Yeah, it just makes it easier to cook shit faster, and it doesn't stick to the food.
Or just use Crisco, dude. This big ass bottle of Crisco.
No.
Just full on lard.
Yeah, I see. Oh no. I see like when like those pre-made cake mixes or like brownie mixes, it always calls for like a third cup of oil or some shit, and I just think of Crisco. Back in the day, like growing up, that's what you'd use. I was like, oh no. Now I use coconut oil.
Yeah, that's for shortening.
Yeah.
I used to butter.
To just take care of it, just get it done, whatever it is.
That's a lot of butter. Holy heck.
That pure Irish butter, man.
Yes, but it's better than fucking Crisco.
Oh yeah.
Fucking eating a stick of butter is probably better than Crisco.
True.
I just remember him saying, "I'm so sorry, babe. I'll take care of it."
Or just make bacon and use that. Use your bacon grease.
Take care of it. I'm sorry.
That feels like it would just clog all the arteries. When that shit dries. Sure.
Or you can use you can fry your chicken and then use that grease to make gravy.
Jesus, isn't that how you make white gravy for biscuits and gravy?
Well, that's how KFC makes their gravy.
Oh no.
That time in particular had
Makes
that
sense.
verbiage.
Wait, what? They make it with what?
Chicken
Their grease
oil.
Chicken oil. The used chicken oil. They use it for to make the gravy for the.
It's called repurposing.
I mean.
That's why it's so brown. They don't even add anything. It's just brown.
True.
You know, the good news is the Mexican pizza's back, so that's I mean we're good.
What the frig?
People were partaking in different drugs at that
Yesterday
time.
and today was for the app users only. Tomorrow.
And tomorrow it's back. It's back, baby. We did it. Thanks, Doja Cat.
Thanks, Doja Cat. Mama Cat.
I love you already, but now I love you even more.
I know, right? She was so hyped at Coachella for that. That's goals right there. Be sponsored by Taco Bell.
No, absolutely not. I denied Martha the opportunity. It was nope.
Yeah. I bought some and she didn't want to try it, dude. She got scared her whole life.
Really?
Hell no, I'm not touching that shit. I'm not trying to be a guest in someone's house and then shit myself like knowingly.
Guest is for.
No.
What if you put the green salsa on it?
I don't fucking know, but no, dude, no. And if you're gonna put the green chili with it, absolutely not. That's just disrespect. Yeah, that's fucking blasphemous. You can't put good real ass food with some shit that's been refried from the floor. Like, no, thank you, sir.
Taco Bell has its point in life, but like, yeah, sometimes it's like, why am I eating this?
True.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to try the Supreme fries at this point. Well, I haven't really thought about it in a long time, but
you can try the potatoes.
Nope.
Like they have a little potato cup with sour cream and nacho cheese.
Yeah, their potatoes are good.
Yeah, potatoes are actually
I don't really like potatoes anyways.
What? Don't you have poutine?
No, I don't eat it like frequently. It's not been a thing, a part of my diet. You people think I like consume maple syrup every morning and like eat poutine every other day. Like, it's not how that works. I don't live in an igloo. Like,
You're like ruining
maple
your
syrup from the
stereotype.
tree, straight tapped it.
Yeah, straight tap that
Yo,
in
she's
the
ruining her
backyard.
stereotype. Like I just straight up cried
I
right now.
don't.
and,
I
like, dropped
don't
some,
ride a moose to work or whatever, like to school. It was not a
No,
thing.
but you walk up and down in snowstorms. You walk uphill
That
both ways.
yes, for sure. 7 feet of snow for sure.
Hella
How
unstereotyped.
come they don't just like make all the roads heated?
Rocky was trying to change the tone of
What?
the party because it had really
Just dig up the roads, make them
very
heated.
somber at that point.
Oh, cuz, man.
And she asked
Canada.
everyone to kind of say their favorite story about Amber. And
Because then we just raise taxes.
That's why everybody got calves.
And, when we got
True,
to Johnny,
true.
True,
he
yeah.
started talking about that he remembered when he first met her, the imprint of Amber's ass.
I
on
need
his
it on me
couch
like you.
were his words, and
Wait, now I'm
it
gonna
just
have
all
to.
kind of took a turn from there. She was
Wait,
clearly embarrassed.
what?
She asked
I'm
him
gonna have to
stop.
re-listen to someone else
Telling the
earlier,
story.
who
Well,
I
it
think
just
it was
got
Josh,
really awkward and uncomfortable at that point, and
who spoke
never really
about this
recovered any
party.
sort of jovial energy. We ate. And
Oh my
then,
god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
shortly thereafter.
Because I don't think that's what the other person recalled.
When you saw
So
They were all asked at her birthday to be like, tell us something that you remember from like Amber or whatever, like that makes your
Yeah,
relationship
as I said,
special or some
Amber
shit.
was very
And
closed
she
off.
just
She
said
was
that
very quiet.
Depp
She had
said he
"Don't
remembers
come
when he
in, I don't
first
want
met
you to see
her
this."
in
So,
Room Diaries or whatever,
she seemed
the
very
ass print that she left on the couch, and then the whole like night kind of took a spin out from there. But that's not what someone else testified to, I don't think.
Interesting.
They did testify that he spoke about when they first met in the Rum Diaries, but I don't remember an ass
he
imprint
was
being
slurring
part
his
of the
words
story.
and wobbly on his feet.
And I
He
don't
ran into a couple things, which is
remember
when,
going sour
Brandon
after
came over
this.
and kind of locked arms with him to kind of help him stand up.
You said you saw her later with a healing bruise. Where do you recall seeing that healing bruise?
On her cheek. It was on her.
Question mark on her cheek?
I think it was right. Yeah.
Do you know how long after the incident that you just discussed with the cell phone,
I don't trust this girl.
you
She's
saw
not reliable. She's a, what is she, an acting coach?
It was a
Why
few
would you?
days later, but I couldn't tell you exactly when. I mean, everyone heals at a different way, right? I could still see kind of the yellow and stuff in there, so.
When was the last time you saw
The yellow and the stuff in there. Why is she sounding like she dumb as shit?
The red and the yellow?
How
What
did
the fuck?
you, when was the last time you spoke to
Does
her
she have tuberculosis?
specifically?
I hope not.
Do you remember?
We went over to have, it was sometime in August, I can narrow it down to August, to have wine, have a glass of wine and catch up, because like I said, I think it had been 2 years since we'd physically seen each other.
Both times when you met with Ms. Heard,
Were you
in August
drinking?
this year, did you meet with her at her house?
Yes.
What do you consider her house? Johnny's house? Or Orange? Hmm.
Did Ms. Heard mention any of the allegations that Mr. Depp is making against
Every time I see orange, I think of like Orange County.
Yeah, same.
when you met with her?
Yeah.
Only to say, to talk to the attorneys about it.
When you say only to say to talk to the attorneys about it, what specifically did Ms. Heard tell you?
Like she said, would you be willing to sit
Anybody
down and
know
talk
me
to
like
my
you?
attorneys about everything that you witnessed?
And I
Wow.
said,
And then afterwards,
yeah, how much? Uh-oh.
After I kind of talked about it all, it felt really intense to me, and I felt incredibly guilty.
Was it during one of these
Guilty?
times that you met
Wait,
Ms.
why?
Heard in August of this year that Ms. Heard told you for the first time that Mr. Depp had allegedly raped her with a bottle in Australia?
Yeah, she did talk about the bottle then. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not the first time here in court that she told anybody about that.
Was it the first meeting that you had with Ms. Heard in August this year that she mentioned that?
No, it was after, like I had come to see her and had a wine night and catch up, and then after I had talked to the attorneys.
Why is
after
she
we
doing
had
that
a good cry,
weird, hesitant cry thing that Amber does?
We were talking more about what had happened, and she was saying how she didn't even tell me. And
I mean, honestly, she probably taught her how to do that. She's the acting coach.
True. That's why she's so shit at it. Holy heck.
You mentioned that, I was like, wait.
I mean, I was already thinking it, but like,
In Australia, where she
She really started to pour it on here.
She probably backed off of it. It's like, oh fuck, it looks the same as hers.
Your first deposition in the case in August of 2019?
Oh, also.
Yes. It was after I had talked to the attorneys.
After you had spoken to the attorneys informally, correct, at her house?
Yeah.
So, yesterday when they did the cross exam, they also tried to pinpoint the fact that Amber only brought up the sexual assault of the bottle after Johnny had filed, for this court case?
For the op-ed?
Something. It was a timeline. I think it was for the defamation, so that it coincided with the fact that they were making it look like she had to one up it.
Yeah, she had told me
in
about
order
the
to like
assault
win
with the
anything.
bottle, being hit with the bottle and the broken
So that's what
glass
this
and
is.
everything.
It's interesting because she
then
would have told her as part of her
She had
alibi.
told me about all that many times before, and then this time she started crying and sobbing and started telling me about the assault.
When is she not crying?
The penetrative assault.
Told you about this alleged rape that
Like, if we were to believe Amber, like, she had the worst life ever. Like, she was
Right.
like just
half dead
No, because
at all times.
Survivor, dude. Yeah, like
they didn't even tell me.
She's
that
like
they-
the greatest
they were
superhuman of
like,
all time.
We may have you for a deposition, and that's when I
dang,
had
Masha
said
was
to
here
them,
for
if you're
1
gonna do
second,
that,
never
would
came
have
back.
I
so
know,
bad,
right?
dude.
Before I left the States.
All those people that are like, yeah, where's the live
and they
stream
said,
at?
We may or
Well,
may not need you. And it was a couple days later that
Dang,
they
seeing the fake
then
fans,
sent me
crazy,
the
dude.
Yeah,
contact
fake
and
fans.
said, we are going to subpoena you.
so
Can you tell me how many times?
yeah, it does sound like she's planted this then. From, I mean, I'd have to go back, but it sounds like she told her this after telling her that attorneys might want to talk to her about it.
Significant times and him just passing through a room. How many times would you say he was or appeared to be sober?
Not many. If he was coming down to have a conversation, he was.
I'm also
pouring
very
lots of
disappointed
whiskey
that
or
in the
loading a
cross-exam on
joint
Whitney,
or
they didn't
having
ask how many
wine.
times she did cocaine with
It
her
always
sister.
seemed to me that,
Yeah.
Like, why can't you
he's
ask
not a
that?
social,
If she literally was apparently
if you will, and
rarely
you
ever
have a drink
sober,
or smoke in
and
order to
apparently doing
go
cocaine
talk
with
to
Johnny
people,
several
is what it felt like.
times. Where the heck was
So
Amber during
most
these
of the
times?
time I
Like,
saw him, it was that.
especially during this photo that was taken, like, that she apparently has taught Johnny how to snort through a tampon applicator. Wait, you didn't hear about this?
Nah.
Oh man. Yeah, Amber testified that Whitney had taught Johnny how to do cocaine with the tampon applicator that was in the photo. That looks suspiciously set up.
How would you describe Mr. Depp's personality?
Because there's no videos of, you know, Whitney teaching him and snorting the cocaine.
He was very quiet when he was sober, and before he would start drinking, he was very quiet. Almost a whisper, mumble most of the time. And then he would get very loud when he was inebriated, and
I think
he
it's the
would go to,
opposite.
like, boisterous first and telling like cool stories.
He
and
sounds
stuff,
mumbly
that
even
kind
more
of
when he's
happy
drunk.
And then it would move into the
Mumbling?
loud,
Oh.
angry drunk.
Okay.
You say loud and angry drunk. Did you witness Mr. Depp be angry when he was drunk?
A couple of times, yeah.
When was the first time you witnessed Mr. Depp appear to be angry and inebriated?
I couldn't tell you the first time per se. I have images in my head. I remember.
My man
him,
Humble just
like,
comes in
yelling
here
and
dropping a
screaming
link that says
and
log in on
bodyguard coming
Instagram.
over and being like, "Hey boss,
Wait,
let's take this to another room."
Can you tell me as much as you can remember of that incident?
I remember being in the kitchen.
Where's Humble been? He's about to
of
get
that
kicked.
house. And he came down.
Got
and
the
he
response you've
was
been waiting for, B. I'm
yelling
loading it
about
into Discord
something.
now.
Amber and I were having a conversation, and we were going to. I think we were going to work on something that day. It was later in the evening, where it was really dark.
Oh
in there.
no.
Like I said, sometimes they drew all the curtains.
Following creator clash.
In my
Oh
memory, it's very dark.
no.
And he was yelling, and that older guy came and like scooped his arm around him and was like, all right, boss, let's take this to another place. Because
yeah, I don't trust this girl. She's like
inebriated. I could tell from the way he was talking, and he was just kind of yelling.
She looks sus as shit.
I don't recall what was happening. It all kind of.
She looks like she is trying to.
He was yelling about, or if it was even at anybody,
trying to do
kind of
an acting
down there and drunk
situation.
Yeah.
Like that she's.
What is she looking at?
I think she's looking at the video.
Oh, okay.
You don't recall, is that correct?
No, I don't.
I think that's why you hear some feedback. This is probably the camera.
Yeah, even if like when she's talking, why does she sound like she's nervous?
That's what I'm saying. Is like there's something weird happening. Her demeanor.
Yeah, she's got like the little like the vibrating like and
like she about to
I
cry.
remember one time he was mad that people were in the house because I had just gotten there. I don't even remember.
She definitely doesn't sound confident in her replies.
Something I don't remember.
Unlike
yeah,
Miss Iglesias and Mr. Drew. You know, right, puppy?
And then
yeah.
Amber and I went to the other penthouse to work.
And in either incident, both at Sweetser and at the penthouse, when you saw Mr. Depp and he appeared inebriated and was angry and yelling, did you see him?
Oh, thank you. Hello.
Oh,
thank you.
No, I did not see him hit.
You little
Tell her
goober.
no treats for her until she gets on the camera.
I did not see him.
What? No treats for her?
Yeah, until she gets on camera.
Yeah,
she's dodging her and everything.
She is-
Coming at her, and that's when the
I think she
bodyguard
low-key
stepped in,
wants
like,
something to
coming
eat, like,
towards her, but I
for
did
dinner.
not
Right now.
like it. So
It's a little
Yeah,
early
okay.
though, ma'am.
like
Yes,
She
it's
gets
a
on camera,
little.
she can eat.
She's gonna
witness
start
him
barking
throwing
at us.
objects at her.
When you say he was coming at her, are you describing the incident at Sweetser?
This is her right now.
Like,
Sweetser,
fuck,
he came in through that
I'll
hallway
bark
and
back,
we
I
were
don't give a
sitting
fuck.
at it was kind of like an island there.
Yeah, that is just like. I love that. I love that emo. Yes.
The bodyguard like came in and scooped
Hey,
him up.
hey, hey.
Just the incident, you don't remember what Mr. Depp was yelling about or
Yeah.
what?
Yes.
Go get it. Go get it.
But it appeared to you
Go get it. There you go.
that Mr. Depp was coming to
Oh.
Yeah.
Come
She
on,
was
lady.
shaking and upset.
Damn.
What are you doing? What are you
It
doing?
felt like something that had been going on for a while.
And all the time that you've known Ms. Heard and Mr. Depp, did you ever see Mr. Depp be violent towards Ms. Heard?
I never saw him hit her.
If that's what you're
I
asking.
heard him use terminology as I said before, and as I said, come at her, but I never saw him
I'm
hit
at her. Okay.
If I had, I would have called the cops, to be honest.
Yeah, I
never
bet
saw
you
Mr.
should have.
Depp throw anything at her, any objects at her, correct?
No, the only thing I saw was the aftermath. Like, I would see things broken afterwards.
Well, you don't know if that's him doing it though,
Like I
so
said,
you
I
can't.
still
Right,
heard the
exactly.
yelling and then saw the
That's the one
breaking
thing I
like-
find annoying about this is like, why aren't they objecting at that
I
point and being like,
realized
strike
that
that
it's
because you
been
literally don't know if that's true or
physically
not.
break the stuff or throw the stuff.
Right.
When Mr. Depp and
Too many
Ms.
times
Heard
I've been
went
hearing
to
this is like,
Australia,
yeah, I
did
saw
you
all the
see
broken
that
glass
he
and all
threw
the
a
broken
bottle
things
of
that were
vodka
broken by
at
him, and it's like,
that
bro,
stuff
you don't
was
even know if it was
finger?
him.
Now she's just looking deadly
No,
at the
she
camera.
told me that he had broken the bottle
Directly at me.
and cut himself with the bottle that he had broken.
Wait, he said this to her?
When she told you that he had cut himself with the bottle he had broken,
She had
did
told.
she say that he had
Oh, okay.
taken the
Wow.
bottle and cut off his finger?
Oh.
It was an accident,
Oh.
and that his finger
Oh.
was severed
Oh.
from the broken bottle. Do you understand the distinction?
Yeah, she didn't say that he.
Okay.
She didn't indicate that he cut off, like went purposely to cut it.
Okay. Okay.
What it seemed to me is that he had broken the bottle against something, and then he was doing things. with the
Wow.
bottle, like shaking it
Wow.
around,
So
and
this
that
is
he
the
had cut
third
himself
different type
from that.
of.
It didn't indicate.
Why would they
Ah.
include this in the testimony? Why didn't her like they say, nah, we don't need her as witness. Never mind.
Objection here, say turn the video off.
His ability to pass
Well, it's interesting because apparently she's telling
Amber still lived at Orange,
a different story than what she even testified to, and what she originally said in some other maybe UK trial or.
It was just Johnny and I sitting there having some whiskey, and he was smoking cigars, and he was talking about that it was. I said something about. He said he had to get up early to do a test, and I was like, "Oh, don't you have any sort of like concern about that?" And he's like, "It's easy to fake insurance tests. That's why we do what we do." I was talking to him because another client of mine had to do an insurance test, and he was like, "Oh, you can fake a piss test. You can do this."
Weird. Okay.
Just kind of went over
like that the lawyer's looking over at their team. Interesting.
Joke of it.
Okay, finally we're over. It's it. That's it. Wrap it up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Tired of the bullshit.
The day today, so have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Okay. 9 a.m. though. Why?
The outside research. Okay. Have a good evening.
Yeah, the judge wants to be out too. She's tired of it. She's like, I'm not getting tell us what.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna find out what's happening tomorrow. We're just done for the day. I want to know like what's happening tomorrow.
I mean, they got more witnesses apparently.
Yeah, but what witnesses are they?
It don't matter. It don't matter. They're just witnesses to what Heard told them. That's it. Nothing else.
This
is an open and shut case.
It is at this point.
Do you need a WebEx? You don't need a WebEx link?
Deposition designations and live witnesses.
Deposition and live witnesses. Okay. All right.
Oh, we get a live witness? Ooh.
Okay. Thank you. All right. We'll see you in the morning.
Also, they're due to give her something tomorrow. I forget what it is. They were supposed to agree on terms or something. Make agreements, and Depp's team apparently made a list of what they did agree to and sent them somewhere, and the other team has yet to send agreements, and they seem to be pointing fingers at Depp's team, being like, you know,
of course they are.
Whatever, yeah. And the judge is just like, I don't give a shit I want that shit on my desk.
Yeah.
I think she said no later than Thursday morning. Wait, is that the judge's robe?
Where?
It was like
no, I don't
to
know.
the left. That was so weird. What the fuck was
she went
that?
out the other way.
I was gonna say.
Lily's like, bitch, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm hungry.
Like, bitch, why you sitting there, bitch? I like how Amber hasn't left the building yet, though.
She wants to.
Now she has to make sure everyone knows she's still there.
Yeah. She's the last one standing because she's a survivor.
Yeah, she survived him.
Autograph? Oh, you don't? Okay.
I survived him.
Wait, who's this woman next to her?
That's
Is this her new
press?
Her new PR?
PR.
Shut up!
Oh no, they had the bailiff wait for her to walk her out. That's crazy.
Did you hear about the
yes,
second
I
PR
did.
that she had that
Absolutely
kept taking out
did.
his phone?
Not only that, but he took a document out from their desk.
He did.
And he's a piece of shit / Me Too movement Hurricane Andy over here, just out here knocking on people's doors, being like, I don't want you saying shit about my name, or else I'll take it to court. I'm not looking for money, but just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he probably got banned from.
He took his social media off, or something happened to all his social media there. Looking a little sus. Her PR guy needs a PR guy.
Damn, the PR guy was ass.
Yeah, he was creepy.
On S-Fan stream. She fine as fuck.
S-Fan?
Wait, what?
Breezy?
She's popping off.
I don't know who that is.
About it.
She got her toes out though. She got nice feet.
Uh-oh.
I'm not even a foot person.
I don't think that's true. You love yourself a manicure, pedicure.
Yeah, I like them, but it's not like a deal breaker for me.
Oh, this girl.
But in my opinion, it seems like every single bit of evidence.
I don't know who this is.
Yo, did you see Valkyrie wanted to?
Yeah.
She's hyped as fuck. She wanted to fight.
She wants to fight.
Everybody's hype right now. This girl looks like Alinity. I'm confused. I haven't seen her face yet. Oh.
No, her name is Breezy.
So he's training her? Who's she trying to fight?
I think he's just showing her how to fight. Where'd she come from, though?
Where did she go? Where did she come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Sorry.
Damn,
You asked where she
okay.
came from.
especially in the way
Okay, let
that
me
Amber Heard said that she
From
open.
Australia?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that this is happening or not, but like whatever. I disagree. I think the drug thing is highly exaggerated, and she's just a control freak who's abusive, trying to smear his name as much as possible. I don't know. I think.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know what the shit was that. Dude.
What is that? Why is she sticking her ass out? She's gonna break her wrist.
Push these niggas off me like, push these bitches off me like, push these niggas off me like.
That's the wrong side.
I just want to know where this music's coming from. Okay.
That was
What tab do I have? Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what did this go to?
It's like a preview before. It's a recap thing that they do.
This is the weirdest
The music.
background
It's like
for this.
It's like MTV.
Yeah, like it looks like a kid's show. What the? Okay, dude.
Today was one of the best days for Amber Heard's
We're
arguments
easy.
and for her position, and it was because she wasn't
Okay.
talking.
That is true. It was one of Amber Heard's best days in court, and she wasn't talking.
Monster Harley.
Yeah, if she don't talk, it's good for her.
Into a boxing match after defeating Aaron Hansen. Are we going to see the 6'8" great in the ring? I mean, that's like. How many times do we have to talk about this, champ?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
I'm listening to the doc.
How many
reply.
times do we have to talk about this?
The
It's the same thing when you guys say,
Did he reply
Jimmy's
to,
calling you out, or you should box Timmy in the ring. Do we not understand the difference in athletic ability?
Athletic ability. Really? Uh-oh.
In terms of footwork and eye-hand coordination and
Does that mean
speed
he's gonna? Is he gonna do
and
it or no?
aggression and jawline
Did he
maneuverability?
reply to Harley?
Yeah.
I think that's self-defense, so it's completely different. And what's
That's
funny
like
is none of
what?
them
That's
are
like
her
that's like
friends still.
going on
I think
YouTube
that is an indicator,
and watching
right?
some
That is
5'3"
kinda
kid
weird that all these
drain a
people
three-point
are all
shot and
no
go,
longer
"Whoa,
friends
this
with
guy
Amber
could
Heard."
ball, man! Hey Doc, he wants to play
I think that is
one-on-one.
a-
You gonna play him?"
And again, it's not like this in itself.
So that's a no.
proves anything, and this is kind of what
Doc,
I
what's
said.
your
Not a
response to
no,
Harley
it's a
from Epic
typical
Meal Time,
Doc
which challenged you
dodge.
to a
Is that
Yeah.
none of these
It sounds
people-
like he
none of
dodging.
these things individually
Sound like he ain't ready to get it in the
like,
chin.
what is like really, really
Interesting.
damning evidence? Well, I think the main one is the video and Johnny Depp's finger, because these are both quantifiable. You saw it. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? And like audio recordings. Everything else besides that, this is all, in my opinion, different degrees of hearsay. Did this happen?
Don't get
Did it
hurt.
Not happen.
Don't brace
Nobody
yourself,
really
Jesus.
knows. You see what I'm saying?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna break
nobody
her
really
wrist.
knows. Only his attorneys could rebuttal the witnesses and ask why you're not friends with her.
Squatting in the chat. Squatting. Sender flying true.
8.1
Things
damage.
that kind of all come together. When are they going to ask about pooping on the bed? Well, they're not going to ask about that because
Don't
these
get
are
it
Amber's
twisted.
witnesses.
Squatting.
These are Amber's witnesses, and they're not Johnny Depp's witnesses. So these people are going to basically tell Amber's side of things. And like, really, what are these witnesses there to do?
Who's gonna
I
hit
think
him
This is actually a very
on accident?
deceptive thing that people might not realize is what's happening. Is that these witnesses are here to basically repeat the story that Amber told to them. And in almost all of these cases, like with the girl, the Raquel Pennington, with the guy, like every single one of them, none of them are actually bringing in any new information. They are just repeating the same story that Amber told all of them collectively, which is what
True.
would make sense. Now, the makeup artist saying that she remembers Amber Heard's face, etc., I think that was a little bit compelling. And as I said before, even Johnny Depp, whenever he was on the stand, said very clearly that he did accidentally, according to him, obviously, he said this accidentally, he hit her head, he hit her head with his head, right? And she said that you headbutted me, etc. So even he admitted that this happened. It's not like this is a secret or anything like that. This clearly
I know,
happened.
baby.
Now, I think that like a lot of these cases, like let me see here. Let me read some of these. This is the best piece of evidence that she had. Yeah, exactly. And like this was already established. People already know this. Toxic with abusive. Johnny was toxic but not abusive, unlike Amber. Yes, I think so. I think that's a good point. Oh yeah, and then Johnny Depp being
Wait, what?
being controlling. I think that it's
What?
probably
She's pushing her her face
I think that, like,
towards with a
something
punch.
like this, I've
That's
never
why.
been in
There
a
you go.
relationship like this before, but I feel like it's probably a vicious circle where the person is like cheating and like, you know, kind of trying to break your boundaries, and then you start being more controlling, and then they start pushing back.
Never seen anyone struggle to throw us.
Like an arms race, you know?
I'm so confused.
Also, it's not like Johnny Depp really was wrong.
Like,
no. And that's really what it is, right? It's not like he was wrong. Even the guy who was her own witness said that he personally saw her,
Someone said my form's good. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
At least 30 times. That's what he said. This is
Bro, ego. Squatting.
Now, is that 30
Let's
different people?
go,
Or is that
dude.
the same person 30 times? I think the answer is somewhere in the middle. But overall, it seems very obvious that these people are being brought over, probably not for tea. Okay, that's basically it. And Elon and James need to hit the stands. There's no shot that's going to happen, man. Yeah, all of them said they didn't have Amber Heard. Only see the aftermath. Yeah, they only see.
Yeah, you gotta keep your hips in front of you.
Do they only see the aftermath? Because like, let's say there's a universe.
She's using like she's bending at her waist and throwing a punch.
She's squatting.
Or something like this, right? But there's no evidence of that either.
She kind of looks like Megan Fox.
Previous evidence of Amber Heard not only being a liar, but there's
I can see that. Yeah.
Her,
It's the eyebrows.
There's video.
Yeah, she's got some like bright eyes in the eyebrow angle.
Watch any of the audio recordings of Amber Heard during the relationship.
Also, the
like
front teeth.
Fucking psycho. Like she sounds just like as I said, she doesn't need to go to jail. She needs to go to church. Like they need to get a fucking exorcism.
True.
To get the demons out of this girl.
Nope.
Like she's fucking psychotic, right? I mean, really, it's almost like it's unnerving.
That's
to
better.
Hear it.
Yeah, that's better.
So yeah, that's what I would say. So she's 100%. Yeah, I think she's completely the aggressor. I absolutely think so. And yeah, auto recording, she isn't aware of being recorded on. Yeah, she acts completely different. So that means that the way
she would have gotten knocked the fuck out if she went like that.
Cases or whatever. Witnesses.
I'll be honest, I have a hard time with the hip movement, with like the legs moving in the direction.
Yeah.
That shit got me all fucked up.
It's just muscle memory. You gotta get used to it.
Yeah, I feel like super dyslexic with it. Like firing the arms, fine, but like bringing the movement with the hips, no. They're all discoordinated.
I think to me it's easier to coordinate yourself when you're hitting something.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you're just doing the shadow boxing, like you don't really know what the punch is gonna stop.
Yeah.
Because you're overextending yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So like if you hit something, you already know where you're gonna hit the recoil. Like your body is naturally gonna stop.
Or sorry, Jennifer, to have any real relationship with Johnny Depp.
Also, the gloves are giant, so it doesn't help her either.
I found out that they were doing 10-ounce gloves at the fights.
Oh, nice.
I thought they were doing 12 ounces.
So the ammunition.
Dr. Mike and iDubbbz were 12. Everyone else was 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, because they have 8 12s, 8 10 12s, and 16th, I believe.
And yeah, their mistake that they were supposed to go. It was supposed to be
4 rounds.
4 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
It kind of made it a better fight if it was 5.
5 rounds at 2.
Yeah, 2 5s. I felt like it was more entertaining with 2 5s instead of 4 3s.
But you can't feel bad. Hopefully Jennifer doesn't feel bad.
Yeah, when you say 2 5s, I keep thinking that you mean like 2 rounds of 5 minutes.
Oh no. God.
That's why, like, you guys were throwing out numbers, and I was just like, what is happening right now? I felt so dumb. I'm like, I can't understand. I can't follow this. 2 3s and 5s and 4s, 4 5s, 2s, 2s of 5s and 3s and 2s, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
If a guy drinks pink drink, does that make him a bad bitch?
Like pink drink from Starbucks?
So,
yeah.
3 months later, a
No.
Like the dragon fruit?
Came into our organization.
It's, I think, as far as I know, the pink drink has like coconut milk in it.
The funds did not come from
Yeah.
Amber. I believe this donation came from.
Man, it's pretty good.
I've actually never had it. I've had the dragon fruit drink.
Yes, you
Yeah, I've
have.
had the dragon fruit and the kiwi.
Yes,
What does that mean, huh?
I was
Who bought it
there.
for?
I think I did.
That's absolutely insane.
I think we
don't
did.
wanna
We
wait
get
in
3
line.
things.
So it's very obvious
Huh?
that
Yeah, we got like real coffees and then we got
Wait.
that.
whenever she was looking at this divorce,
Didn't I thought it wasn't clear though. I thought it was. a pink.
Very, very.
The dragon fruit one, yeah, it's pinkish.
Yeah, dragon fruit's a
it was
refresher,
pinkish,
so it doesn't have
but
coconut milk.
So
Yeah, the
they
dragon
don't
fruit
add
doesn't
the
have
coconut?
Like the pink drink.
It's just
Oh.
like a refresher. It's just water with dragon fruit.
I thought we got one that was like the pink drink.
So that's why she's doing it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Wait,
There
did we
is
get
another-
regular
yeah.
coffees?
In order to bolster and
Mhm.
increase her image.
Weird. I definitely remember the
There is
dragon
another
fruit.
one though. It's like purplish drink that also has coconut milk in it.
Yes.
Right? Where she had even planned, and she acknowledged this. She even said this was the plan. But it's important to take this into consideration whenever you
It
think
is,
about what the motives for other things are. Is that she had planned? And
Yeah,
she
it's like a
admitted,
secret menu.
acknowledged
It's like
this,
the
that she
ombre,
had wanted to release
whatever hell
the
color.
article at the same time that her ACLU partnership.
They have like
was
a chocolate cream,
to,
chocolate
guess
cold
further,
cream
like,
brew
increase
thing
her
out right now.
So this is
Kind of
this is
tastes like a
passion.
cold hot
and in many
chocolate.
other cases, it's been
It's
very
it's passion
calculated,
fruit with
and she's planned it
coconut
out,
milk. That's why that one's the
publicly
purple
and
one.
privately, and she's even
Weird.
admitted some of this in itself.
I need to
Is
get
it
back into
very weird
boxing.
that
Let's
all
take
of
to
her
one of
counseling
box.
partners, are all Johnny Depp's friends
Yeah.
were in person? All of her friends were on camera. All of Johnny Depp's friends were in person. I do think that's a little
Just
bit
get yourself
weird.
a bag.
Yeah, sure, I think so.
Standing
I
bag.
think that there's a lot of things that are
Get
weird
at it.
about this. I'll say that for sure.
True.
But it's very obvious that Amber Heard only took the $7 million instead of the $32 million that she claims that she was entitled to
Almost.
because of the optics of it. I think that Amber is not a person who cares about money.
When is my next
I think
meeting?
she's
My
telling the
next
truth.
meeting? Oh,
I
yeah,
think
not so
that
fast.
Amber
I'm
Heard is a
good right
person
now.
who cares about their own ego, and they care about.
I think he's
Thank
putting
you.
the hook. I think he's putting the hook
perception and
Too
how she
low.
a
sees
little
she's
low.
even
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
So she has to lean down.
In her
Yeah.
own,
Or
testimony
maybe he's
that,
trying to get her to do
you
an
know,
uppercut.
all I have is my word.
Yeah, 'cause
Because
look
the
at
hook is
how-
the cross. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at how she hooks whenever she does it by herself, and then he puts the hit too far down. It's almost like he's trying to make her hit somebody in the hip. Right there. See?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course they're just gonna.
Yeah.
That's too low.
The numbers don't really matter that much.
Yeah, that's got
But
me kind of
anyway,
fucked
so,
up.
Do you kind of see where I'm coming from? If she didn't care about the money, she would have.
I mean, maybe.
Well,
Right there.
He's
That's
trying to
the
like have her
Yeah.
hit like a belly button.
He.
Yeah. It's like
I disagree.
Yeah.
Because
And that's.
there's not an
You're supposed to be hitting for the
opportunity
jaw, not
Because
someone's
she
belly
already
button.
got the good
Yeah.
As far as
for
I
saying
understand.
she was gonna donate it. Why would she donate it?
So yeah, he's kind of fucking her up
She
by
already got
putting
what
it
she
low.
wanted out of it. Of course.
He should be putting it high.
Basically, if she has to make a
Actually, he
decision
should just be putting it higher anyways.
on ego and money,
She's not
she
that
would choose ego.
short.
But with
yeah,
this,
she's not
she
that
didn't
short,
have to
and
make
she's
that decision.
right like
She's supposed to be extending
her
those.
eyesight is right on his jaw, so
Yeah.
it'd be right there would be good right there.
Because
Yeah.
she already got
See,
the
that's
good
a hook.
press for saying that.
Mm.
I disagree. Why? Why am I
The other
wrong?
one I think it's more like a kidney shot.
Oh shit! I mean, it
Yeah,
looked like a
I'm
straight
saying,
gut
okay,
punch.
so imagine it like this,
I was
okay?
like,
Yeah,
wait,
fuck you.
what?
She still has a weird stance going on there.
Let's do it
Like
this.
she's.
This is very easy. This is my understanding. Okay.
I wonder if
Okay,
she's
that
gonna be start training for the thing.
Let's
I hope so.
It
The next
sounds
one.
like it. I mean,
That
I
was a
would
little bit
assume
of a-
that's why.
That punch was a little bit too curved. She could have broken her wrist.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can figure out a way to explain this. It was a win-win. Yeah.
Gloves
Yeah,
are so big
basically,
though.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Ego,
And they're probably
ego
heavy, too.
greater than money, right? Claim.
I like the
you
pad
don't
that he
want
has.
Money,
The hand pad.
say
Little hand ones?
will
Yeah.
donate
I low-key want those.
right? Then,
Just slap people with it.
Yeah.
You get a lot
Walk
of
around just
press,
slapping people.
equals ego wins.
What is this?
Then you
Ego
don't
over money.
donate.
Claim that you don't want money.
No
say
one
you will donate the
notices,
money.
and that's
Then
true,
you
nobody
get a
really
lot
did
of
notice.
press. Equals ego wins.
You
Then you
keep
don't
money
donate. No one
because
notices.
ego
You keep
has
money
already
because
won.
ego has already won.
See what I'm saying?
But also, you would be getting money from the press because your ego has won
It's a
that you're
double win.
donating the money. So she should technically
Yeah,
have
that's what
more
I'm saying.
money,
So I don't
therefore
think
be
I'm
able
wrong
to
about that.
actually donate when getting called out for not
Maybe
donating,
that's
and
not
therefore
true.
double ego
And
win.
I'm not gonna really argue
Just
about
saying.
this
What
or
the
say,
Oh,
like,
sorry.
guaranteed this is what it is, but
I'm just
this is
saying,
my
it is an ego
opinion
game.
on what I think happened.
True.
That's all. Yeah, this is my opinion on what I think happened.
I think it got
one
set
thing
up.
that
Okay,
we
I
know is that
think she
did
knew.
not donate the money, and she already got the good press for it.
Yep,
So in
she got
her
the good
mind, it
press.
wasn't necessary to donate the
until he
money
came out being like,
because
I'm
the
done with this shit,
donation
taking you to
had already
defamation court, and then she started getting the negative press for it.
Yep. So now she don't know what to do. She's in the spiral.
Exactly. That's why she was like, yo, acting coach. By the way, he did physically abuse me, sexually abuse me with a bottle. And my lawyers might call you as a witness. So just remember that little detail. Because I've never said that to anybody before.
And so yeah, there you go.
And now we definitely go into court, even though I'm trying not to go to court. But it looks like we go into court.
She wasn't going to do that yet, and she wanted to do it so she could donate it and kind of double dip at the same time.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Yeah, she only pledged. Yeah, actually donating the money can be an ego boost as well, further cementing yourself.
Thumb healing stream, pog.
I don't think that, to be honest, I'm not. That's too much psychology in there. I don't really know how to. I don't know how to even approach that or say what I think is true or not with their double dip theory is giving her too much credit.
I dig the purple outfit though, by the way.
I think that there's a lot of people that are.
I like that it's two-tone.
Sociopath, psychopath. But
yeah, you all about the color blocking.
Right? A lot of
I love color blocking.
Are very cunning in how they.
Her purple outfit. Nobody
out
here wears purple anymore, and I'm sad about it. Trying to bring purple
back. I was guy on
back.
TikTok who like his color blocking isn't like my thing, and I'm like, it kind of kills my OCD a bit. I'm like, bro, this outfit would be so much better if like he's like subversive with his color blocking.
Yeah, exactly, and make the money off of it.
So we'll have like a whole monochrome outfit with like really bright shoes. And I'm like, ouch. I don't like
No. Can't do that.
It's fashion. You really do whatever the hell you want.
Sure. Wait, did you see, what's that girl that Kanye was dating for a minute? Julia Fox?
What about her?
Did you see her in her grocery store outfit?
No, is it bad?
It's terrible, bro. She's in her underwear with a big fucking raggedy ass denim jacket or some shit. She's looking stupid. I don't even know. Just Google it. Julia.
Oh, is it Julia Fox?
I don't even remember where I saw it. Yeah, sure. Grocery store.
Oh, that's the first thing that comes up in the search.
Boom,
that's
easy
funny.
peasy. In underwear and a denim
underwear and a
blazer.
jean jacket. Oh my god, dude.
But look at the boots, bro.
I think probably.
This isn't even.
Yeah, that's a horrible outfit.
I'll show you the picture I saw. I'll put it in.
I mean, she has a great body though. Her body is insane.
And all of that, I feel like.
Literally the photo I saw of her where it just looked like I thought it was a long denim jacket and then like denim boots or some shit.
Damn, do I buy this bag right
And then
now?
I was just like, only in wherever the hell she is. I figured California. I was like, only in California
LA
could you fucking get away with going to a grocery store looking like this. Like what?
Or Florida.
Florida for sure. But they're not really about denim down there.
No, They're more about like just wearing swimming trunks at all times.
Yeah.
Wear your swimmies, you're good to go, dude.
Yeah, and wife beaters.
Not the wife beater guy.
Yeah, thank God.
I just beat women. Oh, women win.
Okay, dude.
On a physical level, right?
Okay, dude.
She don't got to be my wife to get beat. I mean, what?
Jeez.
Wait, so
different types of abuse.
So when the okay, so I just posted that video.
Yeah.
In the trial. When did that happen? Yesterday?
What? Hold on.
The contempt. Or the her leaving courtroom.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Why did she do that?
Because she's fucking okay, so here's my theory on it. She got into an argument with Elaine beforehand. Elaine was like, you can fucking represent yourself, bitch. Minus the bitch part.
Yep.
And then the next day in court, she came in. Miss Elaine was all bibbidi ibbidi bibbidi ba ba ish about blah 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 blah. I don't know what to say. And then she finally got to do the redirect. And then she was all like, getting stun locked in objections. And then she literally was like trying to figure out how to question something for Heard, and she like literally was looking at the sky and going, I'm trying, I'm really trying. And then she asks the question and gets objected again. And then the judge comes back and be like, alright, sustain whatever the fuck, right? And then she's like, next question. And she's just like dead silent, and the judge goes, next question? And then she starts fiddling with the paper. She's like, that's it, no more questions. And they're done. They wrapped up. So then the judge is like, you can go sit next to your attorney now. You're all done, Miss Heard. She starts getting up from the chair and she's like, yeah, just sit next to your attorney. Miss Heard walks across. As she's walking across the judge's area, sort of like mid-floor, whatever, the judge goes, okay, that'll be it for like today, closing or whatever, like, we'll come back tomorrow, yada yada. And then she just walks the fuck out the door and doesn't even look at her attorneys.
Wow. You know how bad that is?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Not just because of like what
it's
how
disrespectful.
I don't think
you're
Michael
not
Hero
allowed.
was talking about that.
No, he wasn't. He was at the store.
I think it was here. I just didn't notice that she left the courtroom like that.
Oh, you mean yesterday? No, we talked about it today.
I really hope the judge gave her a fucking warning, because if she does that again, she can get a fine or go to jail.
Well, also yesterday the judge was like really annoyed that Amber's attorney wouldn't turn their fucking mic on.
Yeah, that too.
Like 7 times at least. And then even this morning they started and she didn't have her mic on. And it's like,
because judges don't have to. They don't have to be like. They can have their own emotions in court. So if somebody's acting out, they can actually like fucking toss
Which
them out.
she was sounding kind of irritated yesterday because they kept objecting. The girl kept stuttering, being like, why? And then finally, also halfway through, she got objected one time by Camille, and she was like, I don't know what she called the judge, like ma'am or judge or something. She's like, you told me that I could redirect after cross-examination. And then the judge was like, do you want to approach the bench? I was like, jeez. And I think that's when the security guard started giggling. Because it was at her
right after that they
expense.
muted the microphone, so they were just dying.
The guard actually walked out. He had to leave the room to
he tried to contain it, and then he's like, I can't fucking contain this, and giggled his way out of the courtroom.
Bro has the mullet too.
It's so funny.
Look at Moss.
So
Who is
good.
that?
God, but I really hope. Like, I wish the judge would have just held her in contempt for doing that.
Yeah. I mean, or find her or something, because, I mean, she just walked out before. You're not supposed to do that before the jury is excused. Never mind in front of, like, the judge. I mean, before the judge, rather. So, the fact that I would have been so annoyed with Heard's team anyways, and then I gotta be disrespected by Heard herself, and I think Heard did it because she's just pissed off. She's obviously not getting her way. And this is her character coming out. Like, she's, egocentric.
Yeah, and Camilla
She said,
was
all eyes
poking
on
that
me.
thing all day.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was.
There was a time where she went to go give her a paper, and the fucking look that she gave her when she walked back.
Oh, yeah. Well, even if you look at the looks, there's a moment where... Well, the moment when she's doing her whole thing at the end, when Heard's team asks Amber, like, why don't you think Johnny can look at you or whatever, and she's like, I'm a victim, I'm a survivor.
That's the video I posted, right?
What's that?
That's one of the joke. That's the one I posted this morning or late last night.
I think so. Yeah, but the video that you have doesn't show her looking, like, it doesn't show Amber's final look when she finishes the sentence looking at Johnny, and then Johnny starts laughing, and then she kind of realizes, like, first off, he's not looking back at her, like, after this beautiful performance, and then that he starts laughing, and then she kind of gives this, like, inflection of, what the fuck are you doing laughing at me while I'm in the middle of my performance? And I was trying to find that video, like, where it shows both of them side by side, so that's, like, the live reaction of both. So there's that moment, and then there's a moment, too, where Camille asked her, I don't even remember, she, like, asks her 2 questions, and, oh, I think it's about
I don't want to.
Oh, yeah, there's that, too. There's,
I'm trying to find it.
This one right here.
She asked the question on that audio clip where it says that she clocks him after the door swing or whatever, and she goes, isn't it true, what I think she, like, says, like, isn't it true that you hit him after he hit you with the door or something? And she's like, no, that's not accurate or whatever the fuck. And then she asks her again, like, not even asking, it's more like, you're the abuser or whatever, right? So it's like, you were the one that did this, and she was like, no, obviously in that audio you can hear me defending myself, like, I didn't hit him. And then she was like, kind of like the Carly Simon song, right? And then she's like, I don't know what you mean by that, or some shit. And her face just completely like sobers up, and she's just like, "Fuck you, bitch!" Like.
And like that's it. Like
she's fed up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about the examples where I've had to do.
So those are, I was living for those little moments where she'd look at the jury, answer a question, and then something would just kind of like tick her off, and you'd see that little snarl come across, and the tone difference too, like the immediate tone difference when her redirect came around.
Obviously, streaming's different because you have 1,000.
She started getting that like wispier voice.
Yeah.
But she started getting fed the fuck up when Camille was going at it. And
This
to
right
be
here,
honest,
this is the stare I'm talking about. That was so.
But I think a lot of you guys have probably had this same kind of thing happen before, right? You go to work, things are fucked in your real life, and you have to go to work, put on a smile, and do what you need to do. So maybe streaming, it's a little bit more pronounced, but I think a lot of people can relate to this.
Oh, you mean the
regard, right?
what Camille was looking at, or the look that Camille had?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant what Heard. Yeah, she was fed up too, though.
Socialized bottle, broken rape. Gardner worked 17 years for me and never even told them my name. She planned this since day one and fills outsiders with lies, useless lies, zero proof still. I think that it's a little bit more complicated than that with an acting coach, for sure. And also
That TMZ one, fucking just.
That person. Like, for example,
That was great.
One of our mechanic that we had, my dad and I, he was a guy that used to work with my dad, and then he also did mechanic stuff on the side. We knew all about him. We talked to him pretty regularly, and it's the same thing with other people.
Yeah, that Johnny one, I don't want to.
It's not always one or another. So
He's like, I don't want to, bitch.
Yeah, it's literally, he made a promise and he's gonna keep it.
All of these people have corroborated a story that Amber Heard has told them.
It's just wild.
That is
it's just wild.
All of these people have.
And I'm shocked that even her.
That they have been told by Amber Heard. And I think that because you just keep hearing more and more and more of these people over and over.
I'm surprised that the witnesses, sorry, that they literally weren't really doing her much good.
Well, of course they're going to say the same thing because they were told the same thing.
I feel like her witnesses are just helping prove Johnny's more.
Right.
Like, it's weird. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, because I mean they're only proving that they really only heard anything from Amber. They never witnessed any abuse. The only thing they have mentioned though is that they've seen verbal arguments and colorful words coming out of both of their mouths though. But then again, the one girl has been rarely ever sober.
I fucking hate doing this. Because you're all
and yeah, I'm just disappointed they didn't ask her about that.
It's like all they prove is just arguments, which is normal in a relationship. You're gonna have arguments, but
right.
They haven't proven any sort of physical altercation.
Well, that's the thing too about yesterday's with Amber Heard is the fact that basically they brought out like these love letters that she was writing to him as well that were pretty much just as graphic, one would say. And it's like, so all the stuff that they were trying to prove when Johnny was on the stand, bringing out all these, you know, clipped texts without context and shit like that, and audio clips and shit like that. It's like you literally made him out to look like he's some crazy ass dude that's like running around with a knife trying to stab you or some shit. Yet you're the one that gifted him a knife when you already were quote unquote like hit by him. You know, and then you are equally engaging in the same name calling, demeaning manners, if not like legitimately. Like yours are not coming out as a joke. And then you're doing these things like taking photos of him while he's sleeping and sending them to your friends for quote unquote support. Like, it's more like venting, like, look at this shit that I have to deal with, like, what a poor piece of pathetic shit, like...
Is it possible that Amber Heard is telling the truth about the vast majority of what she's saying? Yes, it is.
That's disrespect, because he's doing that shit in his own time, his own house, like, he's not doing it out there. Put it out there, he's just enjoying himself.
Yeah, he can beat you up in his own house, dude, it's cool.
Yeah. But, like, for someone to actually do that...
And, like, normally I would even say, and maybe it would have been different if I hadn't heard Amber on the stand yesterday and, like, the days before, but normally I would probably say like it's possible still that he was an abusive guy and yet generous, right? Like letting people stay over from time to time, or you know, welcoming them into the home and giving them wine and cocaine or whatever. But this sounds like it was like he literally had them living in the same hallway across from him with literally master keys to his own housing bedroom area. It's like, first of all, how would if for some dude that doesn't trust anybody, how is he trusting his like wife's friends?
Yeah.
Like I personally, I don't care who you are, you're not getting a master key to my home, okay? I don't care if how much I love my man and how much I trust that his friends are cool. It's not happening because of this shit specifically. I don't need to think that someone's come in and planted shit and throw my shit across the room and then said, "Oh, it was me doing this to my husband" or some shit. Like, are you kidding me? It ain't gonna be like that. Plus, I don't want you tampering with my shit, okay? I don't need you coming in and smelling my underwear. Like, it ain't it. It ain't it. That's not the move. So how he did that, I don't know. Did he know? I hope so, because, like, seems weird that even worse if he didn't know they had master keys.
Yeah.
I think he knew. He had to know.
That's crazy.
He's the landlord. He owns the whole plot.
And then he's just, you know, like supplying them with regular drugs, regular book deals, regular auditions, connections. And it's super suspicious that they all fell out of friendship with Amber.
Yeah, that just shows they were all there for the money and the free shit.
Yet, like, his security didn't say, hey, this is too much for me, I don't want to be a part of it, I don't want to be employed by you. When even her own makeup artist said that that's the exact reason why she stopped. She told her, like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore, it's way too consuming in my life. And she's not even there daily! And I think that's what happened with her friends. They were probably like, I don't want to deal with these lies anymore, I can't keep covering. And especially that relationship between Rocky and Josh, like, they probably disagreed. That's why I think he might have been legitimately innocent in it. And then he probably found out that they were lying, and then he was like, I don't want to fucking lie about shit. I don't want to know no more about this. They probably got in a disagreement, and they're like, look, we're gonna have a divorce now, because we can't be doing this.
That's it. So let's go over. I want to look at some other stuff, and then I want to talk about some stuff as well, right? And just kind of go over a bunch of stuff. I'll refresh this real quick, and we'll go from there. Damn, Jara got in a fight with
fucking owned. That's a great photo of Depp and his team on Asmon's stream.
Yes.
Was she pulling it up?
Oh. Yeah, it's the second
no, it's
photo.
Gone.
Oh no, it's the second one.
It's gone now, dude.
This fucking owned is right there.
Yeah, hopefully they get
not on your stream?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Pretty good.
I don't know who this guy on the left is, though.
Might be the PR.
Violence is
never the answer. Benji.
That's Benji?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That ain't Benji.
Is it? No
yeah,
way.
Yeah, he's straight giga
Shut
chatter
up.
right there, dude.
Wow. He's looking like, Damn, I can't think of who it is.
Casey Neistat.
He looks like Matt Murdock.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Of course.
And they're all wearing black because they know they're at a funeral.
Yep. Embers.
Yeah, I said that Mike Tyson.
Johnny's wearing gray because he's smoking on that pack.
Because he's got that jar of cocaine.
He got punched in the face by Mike Tyson. Who can say that?
Wait, who got punched
Yeah, exactly.
in the face by Mike Tyson?
Who's trying to gotcha? Yeah,
what?
Stupid fucking
I don't know.
like that.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Oh, this is
The
Io?
same witness that swore under oath that he and Amber didn't do coke. Huh.
That's the witness.
Yeah. Who outed, like, Johnny's daughter, apparently.
Interesting shirt.
Oh yeah, that was Martha, right, that put that video.
That is
Which one?
Wow.
The IO video.
That is
No.
crazy.
That wasn't you?
Wait, what?
Was it Walsh?
An IO video?
Wow.
There was like
It
a
just-
thing
it
here
looks a
on
lot like- the more I see this,
Discord.
the more
Somebody
it
put
looks
something
like
about
he
IO.
probably did
Oh, I put a screen cap of him being a parasite.
Kind of just gives off
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a video though, but yeah.
That's the way it seems to
Yeah,
me.
just a little lowdown of his background. and why he might have really actually stopped talking with Johnny. Had a real falling out.
According to his tweet, he took pics of Lily Rose Depp without Johnny's.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I would kick his ass out for that shit. Like, she's 15 years old, 16 years old. I don't give a shit. Especially if they're so private. Like,
who's 15?
his daughter Lily Rose was like 15 or 16 at the time.
Johnny's kid from his previous relationship. Amber's not her mother. Johnny, as far as I can tell, has been to one of the celebrities.
And from what I understand, she was in an article, or he posted at least like a "so proud of you for joining us" or some shit like that. Is it tweets? No, I think it was an Instagram post of him hugging Lily Rose and saying like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you." And I believe she came out in an article, or
She's like, that never happened.
I mean, if I was Johnny, I'd be like, this ain't happening right now. We can postpone this for at least 2 more years. You can be whoever the hell you want. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Io, weird dude.
Yeah.
I'll fuck with him. He gives child predator vibes.
He kind of does.
Let's see here. It's a groomer. I mean, she was. I mean, she's.
She was underage. It is weird. I can't remember where else
one of those things that like I don't like saying about people because it's just like it's such a bad thing. I don't want to devalue it.
Valentino Lanús.
But this is really bad. You see kind of what I'm saying? Yeah, it's really, really bad. Yeah, it's really bad. Let's see here. Seems like swearing under oath is most likely a pinky promise these times.
You know who could be another?
To work all that out. And,
most likely won't be. But you know who also could be a witness
Asmon this past week. What
in
is
testimony now that they can bring back past relationships.
What's up?
Good morning,
Tessa? Or
well, this is too fucking true.
What's her name? Taste? I don't even know.
I have to wake up at 7:30
Amber's
in the
ex.
fucking morning. I hate waking up at 7:30. I do. This is
Injection leading.
awful. It's terrible. I wish they'd cut it shorter. Like, can we start at like, I don't know, 10 or something? So I can do.
They used to start it at 10. I don't know what happened.
Jesus.
So they can get it done sooner?
I guess so.
That's what they said before the break.
Oh.
Like before they went on last week's break?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, do you know who this is?
Yeah, for
I'm gonna put a
sure.
picture up.
Yeah,
Winona
put that
Ryder.
picture.
And,
Oh,
I'll be very
love
glad to get
Winona.
back to normal content. I'll say that for sure. Although I've been
No,
doing
is
this
this
a lot.
the someone?
Ed Mosby.
I like kind of stuff and just doing
He
commentary
looks
stuff.
familiar and doesn't look familiar.
Enjoy a lot more than gaming. Yeah, that's the truth.
Okay, so his
let
name
me
is
see here.
Valentino
Berserker
Lanús.
nerfs
He
are
is
awesome. Yes,
Spanish.
sir. Let me pull that
A
up.
Spanish what's it called? Novella, I guess.
There's some other stuff I
uh,
want
Oh,
to
okay.
I want to look at instead.
Yeah,
He
telenovela.
used to star in it, and he used to date her too. And
When?
somebody mentioned it, and he talks about it too, that dating her was a living hell.
Oh my god, wait, what? I mean, is it true though? Can we confirm?
I don't know.
I mean, it does look like she's been quite the abuser though. Like, Elon's got pink cheeks. I've never seen him with pink cheeks before, but when he's with her, he does them. And I don't think it's
He's asking for
blushing.
monkey shit.
It could be that too, actually. It does look a little bit like that. Or she just slapped him around a little when they were having sex. I don't know. I don't know why
Yeah,
they're
he don't
not
like to
asking
get
about
slapped,
that.
you know?
Thank God, we've been waiting for that for a while.
Yeah, but like people like her, like they act like that, like how they were saying that she has like that
Okay, here we go.
issue. Like they'll hit themselves repeatedly.
Berserker's not even on here.
In
Oh.
anger.
Skills that reduce damage to the
Yeah.
group or too efficient PvP.
That's why I say I don't put it past her to be hitting herself.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Hellblade. Let's see here.
Trying
Yeah, okay,
to-
so this is the Berserker nerf. So let's see what they nerfed.
Here's this, I guess.
Chain
Like
sword, okay, we know
can't
that.
find the
Hellblade,
video
we now use
when he
movement
talks about
skill
it,
while using
but
Hellblade. Deadly Blow tripod has been updated.
that's
now
another
50%,
person of
used to be
interest now, I guess.
100%. So like it was a lot more. This is actually a tremendous nerf on Hellblade. Not tremendous, but it's big. MP consumption, PvP and PV damage reduced by 16%. It was never like a big cooldown. CDR.
Or who else we gotta talk shit about?
Okay. Fury meter
Valentino
reduced.
used
Valentina, she.
Increased damage and attack power. Quick prep tripod.
When's Valentina show back up in the MCU? That's what I want to know.
Sword, flamestorm, 50%.
Valentina.
Yeah, so this used to also
Whatever
be
her
like
that's what her name was.
85% or like 100%.
Julia Louis
So they
Dreyfus.
basically nerfed all the abilities.
Oh, I like
What
her.
they're trying to do here is they're trying
I don't
to
know
make it
what
to
she's in
Berserker's
though.
technique.
Wait.
Crit damage is
Yes, she
We
was in
need her.
something.
She was in Captain America show.
Right. She was like a lawyer?
She just shows up and like, we're gonna need you, and then that's
Oh.
it. And she's also at the end of Black Widow. That's the only time I've ever seen her.
I think that's the last time I remember. Is she like in a white suit or something?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Black suit with like she has like the purple in her hair, and it's like the sick comb over.
Yeah.
18, but you're misreading.
Yeah, we haven't seen her since.
Well, wait, I'm reading it.
And I honestly don't know if we're gonna see her with the way the MCU is going. I don't know what fuck's happening over there.
So it went from 6. I misread the
So
nerfs.
these
What did I misread?
saying here, these two dated in 2006.
Wait, what did I misread?
So for him to say that and not just randomly come out now.
You can do.
What's this?
Potion can be used while in berserk mode. Yeah,
What
berserk
is
mode,
that?
Yeah, I see that.
That's the picture I was
It's
telling
too
you about
small,
before
dude.
when I was like, I didn't know if it was Amber or Io.
Use blue potions instead of green ones.
That is small.
Can you link it, or is that the link?
Oh, it is the link. Oh yeah, sorry. No, the so that's a different link. My bad. I will link that too.
Yeah, that's Io. That's not Amber.
Yeah, I realized that that's because then the next photos are. This is the one with Lily Rose. Like a.
Whoa! I just had a fucking deja vu.
Oh, did you?
So yeah,
Oh.
I understand. The
Yeah.
actual nerf numbers are percentage. You were always below 50% in mayhem.
Because I'm
Yeah,
so proud
Io
of my
definitely
baby
gave me
girl.
child predator vibes, dude.
Right?
With mayhem, your HP's below. Scroll up and read it.
Dude, the fucking bruises. Why do they look like
I think that-
sunburns?
It's kind of.
Oh,
you guys are
Io
not
is trans.
understanding what you're.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. Okay.
Yeah,
let's
there was
go
a
down
photo
here.
with him
So yeah,
and
I
Amber,
know
I
what I'm
think.
reading.
It looked like he had like
Okay,
longer
so
hair or
there's just a bunch
something.
of other nerfs
Or
and
they had longer hair. I don't know
changes,
what they
things
go by.
like that. Okay, all that makes
I
sense.
don't know the
I think
pronouns.
that really what they're trying to do is they're trying to make
Oh,
it to
Ios?
where
Yeah.
Berserker's technique is the better one.
They're
Yeah,
shapeshifter,
so
that's all I know.
That seems fine. You just got the 1490 to compensate for the nerf. Yeah, exactly. And something you said was a nerf. It's because you're.
I
not
mean,
allowed to
honestly, based on these
Yeah, I
photos
understand where
alone
the
of like
thought
him
was. I
taking
know,
photos
like,
of him on the
sometimes-
shitter
honestly, guys, I just misspeak all the
and like
time.
half
I've heard
naked,
bad
I
dyslexia.
wouldn't put it
So
past him
sometimes
to
I'll
have
read
pooped
something
on the
the
bed.
wrong way.
But
Yeah.
I also don't recall them saying
it
that he
seems like
was
they're
there
trying to
getting
make
ready,
Berserker's
so
technique
it doesn't really put
more
him at the scene.
usable. I think that's really what it is because,
True,
and
true.
this is a good thing.
Yeah.
It's bad that every
But
single berserker
they did say that
plays
the
one type of build.
teacup Yorkie
There
dogs couldn't
should
make
be
it
a
up the
place
stairs
where
today
you
in
can
somebody's
play one or the
testimony.
other
I think it
based
was
off of what you
Rocky's.
enjoy doing.
Which means then somebody had to
Both
bring
of
them
these
onto
should
the
be
bed.
valid and a
So
good
did
play
you?
style. Yeah,
I mean, it's
so
still not the damn Yorkies, okay? I don't know why I'm trying to convince myself of this. Make it make sense. It doesn't make
That Yorkie
sense.
would have
Because you
some
got to
issues with
pump
his.
it up.
You got to bump it up. Don't you know? Bump it
I
up.
don't know.
Okay.
I think in general.
I think I'm gonna go feed my dog. Get some
Hell
food
yeah.
myself. Replenish. Look alive, you know.
True.
Makes sense.
Come back.
Put your bruises on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, just in case somebody sees me.
Just in case you gotta
Yeah.
testify that someone beat you up.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
know.
yeah. I mean,
Never know.
you know.
Be ready.
I mean, I'm gonna send you a text right now though that somebody definitely did. Okay.
Okay.
Just so my
Gotcha.
alibi is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christ.
But yeah, are you planning to play Fortnite tonight or no? Not sure.
Yeah, I'll be on.
Alright. I'll
Me
probably
and the
pop
boys
on
will
in a
be
bit. Okay. I'm gonna hop off. Talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go clean up all this trash I have. So I'll
Yeah,
talk to you
do.
later.
Alright.
Later.
Bye. Alright, and then I'm gonna end the stream here. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chit-chatting. And I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.